Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Westall High School on Wes-Del football here at Paul L. Parker Field. I'm here with Coach McLaughlin. I am the superintendent, and we have a good one tonight. We have an MEC matchup. Eastern Hancock is coming to town versus Wes-Del. Coach, this should be a good one. What do you think?
Yeah, Eastern Hancock is a really good team, so it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out tonight. I know they like to play a little bit like we do, spread offense. Guys are all the way, spread out, and for the most part, they don't like to dink and dunk. They like to go for it. They like to go deep. They like to spread you out, make you commit, and then they're going to try to throw that deep ball on you. They don't want long scoring drives. If you watch them a lot, they want to score quick, and they like to throw the ball deep. I've talked to Coach Cole a little bit today. We had an opportunity to talk about what they're going to try to do to negate that, because they have a really good quarterback and with some veteran players, and he said that they're going to go with some extra defensive backs, which allows the short passes, and they said we'll give up some short stuff to not give up the big play, and we're going to try to limit as many big plays as we can. So it's going to be interesting and see how it plays out. Everything offensively and defensively for both teams, you kind of go into a game with a game plan, and then you have to adjust. So We'll see what happens for both teams.
Well, we are here with you at Paul L. Parker Field, and we've got a little intro there. We want to remind you that this is the American Pest Professionals pregame show here on the Westall Sports Network. American Pest Professionals are the pest professional provider. They don't actually provide the pests. They get rid of them for Westall Community Schools. Let's talk a little bit about that. As Coach mentioned, we have a couple players to look at. The number one player coming in to look at is the senior quarterback for Eastern Hancock. I have some stats in front of me. Swan's his last name. He is, right now, he's 19 of 36 for 333 yards. He's got a completion rate of 52.8%. He's averaging 17.5 yards on a pass and over 166 yards a game. He has 4 touchdowns. They have 2 wins under their belt. The first one was against Alexandria, just down the road from us, and then they just won in the conference, their first conference game against North Decatur. They have a lot of rushing guys that get touches here, but a couple of these names I think, Coach, you might remember. They might play basketball too, but maybe not. Rainbolt, number 5, is a running back senior. He has carried the ball 28 times. He's got 212 yards rushing. He's averaging about 7.6 and just over 100 yards at 106 a game. His longest rush was a 34-yarder. He has 3 touchdowns on the season. And then the other one that you'll look at will be Arnold, number 10, who's also a senior. He's carried the ball 9 times, 140 yards. So he's carrying about 15.6 an average on each carry. That's pretty good numbers, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, that's real good. What makes that effective? Well, when you spread out on offense and you're able to throw the ball all around, as soon as you get them in a defensive package that you like, you can hand it off and allow the running back to have open area and open ground. So if you've got a guy averaging 15 yards a carry and you've got the passing yardages that they're able to put up, it makes it tough to commit to which one you want to try to stop. So, like we said, it's going to be a game of adjustments, I believe, and we'll see which team does a better job of adjusting to what the other team's giving them, and that's just really kind of what high school sports end up being. You're going to come in, like we said, with a game plan, but you're going to have to make some adjustments, and what's the team's going to be able to do that. The one thing I would say Eastern Hancock has big in their favor is that they have a lot of veteran quarterback and a lot of leadership that is going to come from guys that have been through the battles already, in a program that has been through a few of those battles with that already kind of established. It's one of the things I talked to Coach about this week is, it's not going to happen in a week. It's not going to happen in 2 weeks. It's a progression that you want to continue to see things getting better as the season goes. Things that you thought weren't as good last week, we want to get better at those, and we want to see those get better this week. So, we'll watch for those things. We'll watch to see if those things continue to, make those advances that we're looking for, and then we'll see how the game plays out. There's always small games within big games. We'll see how it plays out.
Well, as we look at that, we talked about Houston Swan, the senior quarterback. He comes in over 6'1", and about 205 at quarterback. He also plays defensive back. He can easily see over that line at that height, and he brings some size with him that's hard to tackle. When we look at receiving, it's interesting to see that Rainbolt, number 5, leading them in rushing, is also right there in receiving. He's got 10 receptions for 75 yards, so he's averaging about 7.5 on each carry. Then you get into their actual core receivers, which are number 13, a sophomore, Sullivan, and then number 25, a senior, O'Neal. Sullivan has 4 receptions on the year for 111 yards, so you're looking, as you talked about, that's 27.8 per catch, and you said they don't like to dump it down and go for the small. They go big. And then you look across from that at O'Neal. He also has 4 receptions for 141 yards. So he's caught the ball for an average of 35.3. So I think our defensive backs, as you mentioned, are going to be in for some work tonight.
Yeah, they're going to be in for some work, and they're going to get a little bit of help with the defensive package we're going to play. From talking to Coach, we're going to add some defensive backs, in the far backside to an extra one for sure to allow us to have some help in those back coverages. Again, we're just going to have to see what kind of adjustments we have to make on the run, because you have to see what their game plan is and what they're going to try to do. If we do a nice job of taking away that long pass, then they're going to adjust. And then again, we got to adjust. We got to continue to adjust. So can we keep them off balance enough that they're not comfortable? That would be something that I would think that Coach was going to want to do. Never want to allow a quarterback that's got that much experience under his belt to have a lot of opportunities to see the defense and get comfortable in the defense. That's when you're asking for trouble. When you switch things up, then keep them off balance a little bit.
Absolutely. Let's look over at our side now, and we've got to look at the senior quarterback, number 4, Evan Westall, coming into his basically first season in football, and he is 10 for 23 last week in one game, 153 yards. He's got a completion rate of about 43.5%. His average is 15.3 per yard, so which isn't too bad. He's throwing it downfield too. And as you look at that, he has 3 touchdowns last week with the 1 interception. Couple of plays there in the first half with Evan just didn't go his way, and it really just wasn't him. He didn't have there was a breakdown on the one play with our line that caused the fumble, and then they picked it up and were able to go back and score it. But I hope we limit our miscues there. But if you look at Evan in that first game's performance, have to say you're pretty pleased with that if you're Coach Cole.
Well, yeah, and I think one of the things we forget about, like you just mentioned, that was Evan's first game at quarterback. Even though he's a senior, he's never played that position. Didn't even play football last year, and didn't play the position. His first year starting there. So, sometimes I felt like Evan was trying to do too much. Not that he didn't want to be successful. He just wanted to try to make a play when things broke down. Maybe I'm going to try to make something happen with my feet. Maybe I'm going to throw it into a tighter coverage than I probably should have. But, again, those are things we want to continue to see him get better at. And as he goes through the season, learns how to go through his progressions a little bit quicker, learns the speed of the game from the quarterback spot, I think we'll see those things happen. Like I said, wasn't from a lack of trying or a lack of effort from anyone's part, just maybe trying too much to do too much too quick. You got to kind of let the game come to you a little bit.
Yeah. As we look into the rushing attack, we've got last week A.J. Nallman carried the ball for 10 yards on 1 carry, but the heavy lifting again came from actually 3 individuals. Westall carried the ball 15 times for 52 yards, whereas Will Kelly had it 5 carries for 28 yards, and then you had Devin Groh, the sophomore, at 5 carries and 30 yards. I would say overall we'd like to get a few more yards on the ground. A combined 125 yards isn't terrible out of what was 5 carriers if you add in Smith, the junior, carrying at one time for 5 yards. But I think we want some more consistency probably out of the ground attack tonight, I would think.
Well, and I think that's one of the things we could do to keep them off balance a little bit. If they go back and watch the only game they have of ours, early in that game we didn't run as much as maybe we tried to throw, and maybe that's what was open. So we may be able to catch them off guard a little bit with some of that. I thought when we went misdirection, I thought that worked a few times. I thought when we and there was a couple times we just went right up the gut where we got some decent yardage. So I think if we took a couple more looks at that, maybe even on second down, where it's catch them off guard a little bit, pick up 4, 5, 6 yards when that allows you to shorten up that third down. Sometimes we think, well, we didn't get anything on first down, so we got to throw it again on second because it's 2nd and 10. Well, if you can pick up 4 or 5 yards now, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 sounds a lot better than 3rd and 10. So I would say that might be a place where we can catch them off guard a little bit. We have some guys that are capable runners. I like the way Will Kelly runs, and I like the way that Devin Groh run with the ball. They run hard, and they run north and south. So I like that when we get the ball to them. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a little more of that.
Well, as we've come to the end here of the first session of the American Pest Professionals pregame, we're going to take a short break here. We have about 20 minutes on the clock here before we get back. We're going to take about a 1-minute break, and then we'll be back here with you on the Westall Sports Network. And welcome back, Warrior fans, here to the Wes-Del Sports Network, our coverage of the second game of the year. Eastern Hancock Royals traveling in here to Paul L. Parker Field to take on the Warriors. Let's go through a few of our sponsors. If I can pull that up real quick. Maybe. First of all, we want to pull up and talk about American Pest Professionals, our pregame sponsor. American Pest Professionals has proudly served the communities of East Central Indiana since 1936. Though the pests are the same, our methods have become even more effective and environmentally friendly over decades of experience. We know what will work on Indiana pests, and we have the resources and expertise to follow through on the best treatments. If you need qualified, experienced pest control services in East Central Indiana, give American Pest Professionals a call at 765-288-7779. We'd also like to highlight a few of our other sponsors: Sunset Motors, Muncie Meats, our halftime sponsors Van Mater Reed Realty, and Star Financial Bank would be our other sponsors. We'll be right back here with you in about 30 seconds on the Westall Sports Network.
Sometime I'd like you to show me how to set up the scoreboard. How are you running it? Do you have a scoreboard plugin that you're using?
For some reason I'm getting everything right now. It's not muting anything.
All right, welcome back. We are back here with Coach. As you can see in your screen tonight, I want to make a quick announcement you would see as you're watching, and we'll highlight this when we do it here at the field. There are 13 flags down by our main flagpole area with the Indiana flag, the Westall flag, and the American flag at half-staff. Those 13 flags are there in honor of the 13 fallen American service members that we lost last Thursday, August 26th, at the airport in Kabul, Afghanistan. So we will be honoring those service members with a moment of silence before the game tonight. We're getting ready, though, for the Warriors to take the field, so we'll move our camera over here and wait for that. Let's go through a couple of quick things. First of all, the starters. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to name off the starters for both sides of the ball for Wes-Del. So we'll start with offense. Depending on which the coin flip is, folks, we'll decide exactly which one you're going to get. But starting at quarterback will be Evan Weitzel. At running back will be Will Kelly. Wide receivers will be A.J. Nauman, Alex Light, Trey Adams, Cameron Buckner. And then your left tackle will be Levi Crabtree. Your left guard's Kingston Browning. Your center is Eric Lehman. Your right guard will be Caden Bartram. And your right tackle tonight starting will be Jalen Godby. If we happen to be on defense to start, your starting defense will be at corner Alex Light and John Justin. At safety, Trey Adams and Cameron Buckner. At inside linebacker is Grayson Mealy and A.J. Nauman. Outside linebackers are Devin Groh and Will Kelly. Then your tackles are Caden Bartram. Your nose is Jalen Godby. And then the other tackle is Eric Lehman. So there's your starters, Coach. I think you've got, what did they give you, offense?
I have offensive starters for Eastern Hancock.
Why don't you throw those offensive starters for Eastern Hancock
I can
out
do
there?
that. Yes, we have number 5, Cole Rainbow, and number 6, and I don't exactly know what position they'll be starting, but we have him at tailback.
Okay.
Houston Swan at quarterback. Number 10, Zach Arnold, will be starting at halfback. Number 13, Braden Sullivan. Looks like he'll be starting at one of the wide receivers or a wing back. Number 25, Landon O'Neill, who's starting at wide receiver. 44, Chase Riggs, tight end. Number 54, offensive lineman, Logan Hoskins. Number 70, Carter Dishman, is also an offensive lineman. 74, Reed Hendrick on the offensive line. 75, Jacob Wickard, offensive lineman. And then rounding out their offensive line is 77, Graham Hicks, offensive line.
Well, there you go. And we do not have their defensive lineup because that is one they did not provide to us. So we'll just wait and see what happens. And Coach has got the eagle eye, so he'll make sure that he's calling
Absolutely.
out those players as they tackle and score and throw and run and do all of that. We're about 8 minutes, 8:50 left before we get going here. Coach, let's get a weather update. A little overcast.
Well, it's a little overcast and a lot cooler than it was last week this time, and a lot cooler in this booth.
Yes.
Still
wouldn't mind a little bit more.
Yeah, we could, and I think once the sun goes down, we get past twilight here. The sun goes down, we'll get a little bit cooler as the day goes on, but it feels like football weather.
Oh, yeah.
Last week felt hot, to be honest with you, but this week feels a little bit more like football weather. So I guess we are in September now, and
yeah,
I don't think we're going to have any rain, but if we do, I've got some topics.
That's good. That's good. We'll know that there's we'll make sure we'll tell them to mute us when we get to that point, unless they want to hang around. We did have 2 hours that we had to fill, almost 2 hours it felt like.
At least
the other night, and we did our best, and so there you go. Looking to see if we can.
Let me mention real quick here I know you mentioned the flags, boy. That's a neat tribute, and it looks really nice. And I think they did a great job setting all that up. Flag, of course, at half mast, but looked really nice down there at that end. And I thought that was a really cool touch. When I walked in, that was the first thing I saw. I was really proud to see that.
Well, I've lost a second camera. I'll just be really honest with you. This is another time we've lost a second camera, so we're going to have to see what happens here. This one, we'll hope that it talks to what we got. I don't see Mr. Romine. He's helping us with the second camera right now. And
he's down there.
All right, we're back with you. We had a little bit of trouble on the second camera, but obviously you can see we have that up and running now as a good shot down there from the sidelines. And you see our Warriors down there on the side, and then you see the Eastern Hancock Warriors down there in front of the flag. So Charlie Sims, the voice of the Warrior football program, PA announcer. We will be doing the defensive lineup for Wes-Del. So then we will have the honoring of the 13 service members of the flag, and then the national anthem. So, any final thoughts, Coach? We're about 3:20 before we kick off here.
Now this is what high school sports is about right here. You got a bunch of kids excited on a Friday night. Both teams lined up. You know, there's nothing better than that feeling of standing on the field, court, wherever you are representing your school. And just, I always like the pregame. I always enjoy watching this part of the game. I just think it's neat. It's been a long time, but I can remember those days of, you know, playing whatever sport it was and how exciting it was right before the game started, and the butterflies and the nervousness, and then you get out there and you just play and you enjoy it, and boy, memories that you'll have the rest of your life. So here's some kids getting ready to get that opportunity. Never want to take that for granted, and allow the. You know, it's great that both schools were able to get here and do this, and you know, we're going to play some football tonight.
Absolutely,
and we're going to enjoy it.
It's been a rough year so far, but we're getting through it. We're going to go ahead and stand up and listen to the PA announcer, Charlie Sims.
In 2001, the United States launched a war in Afghanistan. Operation Enduring Freedom began October 7, 2001, as a part of President George W. Bush's wider war against terrorism after the 9/11 attacks. On August 31st, the last of the American troops exited Afghanistan, ending the longest war in U.S. history. On August 26th, 13 American service members were killed in a suicide bombing in Kabul, Afghanistan. The 13 flags displayed are to honor those soldiers who gave their lives as they worked to ensure safe passage of others during the final hours of the conflict. All told, 20,727 members of the U.S. military were wounded during our operations in Afghanistan. A total of 2,475 were killed. Will you please join in a moment of silence, not only to honor these 13 heroic soldiers, but to also remember all of those veterans' families, current servicemen and women, who have given the ultimate sacrifice in the service of their country. Thank you. And if you would please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. It will be played tonight by the Wes-Del Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Stephen Driscoll, with drum majors Dawson Sexton and Rylan Osborne in direction.
And there you have it, a nice tribute there by Westall Community Schools on the ending of a very long war, and talked about there by Charlie Sims. He did an excellent job with that, and really explaining everything. Coach, 13 flags is a pretty nice little tribute, and everybody here in attendance, I think, appreciated that little moment.
Yeah, it was great, and great, obviously, great tribute to the ultimate sacrifice, and I know it means a lot to both of us. Both of our families have members that have been veterans going back to grandparents and great-grandparents and fathers, and so I don't take that lightly, and I really appreciate all of those veterans out there that have done that and are continuing to do that. Gives us an opportunity to do what we're doing tonight and let our kids that come out and play sports and be in a in a country where this can be an important thing tonight.
You always have the great words and put it so well. We're getting ready here, though, for the captains to come out and meet for the coin flip. And we'll see exactly how we're going to get this thing started here, Paul L. Parker Field. Game 2 for us. As you know, we had the cancellation in Week 1 when we were supposed to play Clinton Prairie, which was a non-conference game. So
one of the things you mentioned is the win over North Decatur. Some people may not know that North Decatur is now a member of the MEC in football.
Football only.
Yeah,
you're right.
Football member. They, it's kind of a mutual approach where both teams – with them and obviously the rest of our football schools, and seemed to be a nice fit, and it worked out, although it's a little bit of a drive to get there, but it will work out size-wise and conference-wise, and I think the more opportunities we have football-wise, it allows you your scheduling a little bit easier the more teams you have in your conference. You get outside of that conference, and some of these weeks it's hard to find an opponent, so it's another week that we know that we'll have a game for sure every year that we don't have to go out and try to hunt and find one. So some people may not have known that North Decatur is now a football member of the MEC.
I want to mention a couple of extra corporate sponsors this year for Mr. Denny in the athletic department. Campus Rentals, you'll see their logo in the bottom right-hand corner. Martin Insurance, Property Pros, alongside our corporate sponsors, and Westall Sports Network sponsors, which are Sunset Motors and Muncie Meats down there in your right-hand corner.
We'll take more, won't we?
We'll take more.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
Pregame sponsor
Sure, yeah.
was American Pest. Your scoreboard sponsors, you look down there, is Star Financial Bank. And halftime will be the Van Mater Reed Realty team. Here we go on kickoff.
Looks like we're going to receive.
And that one's away, and we are receiving.
Will Kelly
with it, and he is stopped in motion down there.
Looks like he's going to be about the 34. Well, that's where the Warriors will come on the field for the first time tonight on offense. Let's see what Eastern Hancock decides to do defensively against our spread offense.
And as we talked about last week, Weitzel was pretty effective here. He had 153 yards passing. I'm sure he's going to spread things out a little bit more and try that a little bit more tonight. So
one of the things coaches get to do is they go back and look at film right here. So let's hope that they saw some things that they like and could show Evan a few things that might work too.
Ball's away.
I like that. I know we didn't get much yardage, but I like the idea. That's what we kind of talked about. Oh.
That was Will Kelly on the carry, correct?
Correct. We lost 2 yards, but I still think we got to keep them honest. It's early in the game. You got to show them the ball, show them up the middle. That allows those passes across the middle to be open because you got guys sucking in on the backside. So it's going to allow that slant pattern across the middle, which we like to throw. We caught AJ on that a couple times last week. So I don't mind that play.
Here's Weitzel awaiting, snaps away. Pass is over. A nice catch falling down there. I think that was Will Kelly again. No, that was not Will Kelly. That's
Cameron Buckner.
Cameron Buckner.
You know, it's one of those you forget because we watch so much pro football. But in college and high school, if you're down on a knee or you're down on your backside, even if no one touches you, you're down.
Yeah.
So you can't get up and run. Where on that one, you'd like to see, maybe him try to stay up and get a couple more yards on that. But a nice catch.
3rd and 9 here. Looks like we're in motion. Back to pass here. Throw is up.
It's going to go deep.
Almost caught there. Little bit past him.
I think that was to Cameron again. Nice throw. I mean, there was nobody that was going to catch that except for Cameron. I mean, he didn't throw that short, which would allow it to get picked off. He threw it, knew the pattern, and threw it. And if it was going to either be caught by Cameron or no one was going to catch it. So just a little too long, but that's okay.
4th down here. I imagine we will punt. It looks like Buckner's back.
You do realize something right now. This is the first punt of the year.
Yes, this is the first punt of the year. And so the snap's away. Buckner has it.
Ooh, good, nice job.
Got rid of it.
Oh,
And
we won't touch that.
We won't touch that, but we will
Let
down
the-
it right here, just about the 44-yard line.
I was hoping Eastern Hancock would get in the way of that one. Yeah, that's the first punt. We didn't punt at all last week. We were in the mix the whole time.
We were.
Either close enough on our field that we were going for it,
Down on the 43-yard line of Eastern Hancock.
or scoring touchdowns, I guess.
Royals
Yeah.
will take over 1st and 10.
So here we go. We're
You
going
can
to
see Houston Swan here,
yeah,
Coach.
We're going to see them in the spread offense, a little bit like ours.
Folks, if you didn't hear the pregame, Houston Swan likes to throw the ball around, and he has a total of 333 yards in 2 games. So we'll see what we've got here. Swan has it. Looks like a run to our side here down in front.
Oh,
nice pursuit.
Get there. Nice job of
And they've
spreading
got
it
him out of bounds.
Did pick up about 5 on that, but
Great pursuit by Lehman. It looks like Will Kelly, Buckner.
yeah, a bunch of guys out there. That's what you want to do. You want to make that running back go, east and west as much as possible. Push it out. The sideline could be an extra defender for you, so push that thing out as far as you can.
So a 5-yard gain and brings up 2nd and 4 or 5 here for the Royals. Swan in the shotgun. It's away, and it will be Swan on his own here. He's got a first down and maybe a few more yards on down.
We talk about all that passing. They run the ball the first 2 times.
First 2 times. He's got 333 yards passing, but right there he picked up quite a few yards. He only has 45 yards rushing so far out of 2 games, but he's picked up about 11 there.
Yeah, I was going to say he just added 10 or 11 to that. But you can see that he feels like what we've changed defensively from last week is now. I don't feel like he's wanting to throw that deep as much. We've got extra guys back there.
And it's loose. Bad snap there, and I think we lost a yard, and it's going to be 2nd down and 11, if not 12 now for the Royals.
There we go. We like that. Allows good pressure, and anytime there's a bad handoff or anything on the ground, we want to make sure that it stays right there or we get on top of it.
And here they come out of their huddle. The Royals looking to strike here with 9:20 to go in the first quarter. Just pretty early in this one. Swan, 2nd and 12. Got a man in motion. He gets the handoff to our side. Good pursuit.
Good job. Stretch that
nice
thing
job
out.
stopping that.
Good job.
And a great tackle there. Tackle made by
Looks like Grayson Mealy.
number 18, Grayson Mealy.
Number 5, Will Kelly in there together.
Yeah.
Good job of stringing that out.
Good pursuit there by both and the entire Warrior defense.
That's Will out there on the outside, and the one job he has is not to. He's supposed to force everything back inside. If that can't happen, then you keep pushing it outside till you can get help, and that's what he did. And
I have a
got
feeling
help from Grayson Mealy right there on that.
I have a feeling at 3rd and 15 we may see a pass here.
Yeah, we're going to see one.
And it's out to the outside. Let's see if we can contain him and keep him
Get
inside.
him out of bounds.
A nice
There you
pursuit there, and they knock him out of bounds after he maybe picks up about 10 on the carry, but it's going to be 4th down still and probably about 5 or 6 yards.
Forced out of bounds there by Trey Adams. Yeah, looks like they're going to stay.
I imagine they'll go with it. They pretty confident in that passing game, which we haven't seen yet. You got to wonder if maybe they're taking the approach kind of that we were. Run the ball a little bit, maybe open up your passing game.
Well, yeah, that pass right there, that little short one they just flipped out there real quick, wasn't much of. Oh, we got an official's timeout here. We had to. Something happened there.
I think we've got a blood injury of one of our players, maybe a nosebleed, or maybe just an equipment.
I think it was equipment.
And that brings Deshaun Davis in. That was Jalen Godby who ran off there.
So 4th and about 6 here.
Swan back with it, getting some pressure. Ball's away. He's down, and he's short.
Hey, we'll give
And
you
that's
that.
a stop right there.
We'll give you that.
We'll take that.
Yeah,
So it should be a turnover on downs.
That's one of the things as a receiver you have to make sure of. You've got to get you've got to get to the sticks, especially on a fourth down play. You've got to make sure you know where you're on the field and get to the sticks. So you catch that thing, you better be in first down territory. It doesn't matter. It's a turnover.
Well, here we go. We get the ball back now, and we're on our own 33, as Charlie Sims, the PA announcer, has announced. And we'll see if we can get something going offensively.
That was a nice stop.
That was a great defensive stop there by the blackout defense of the Warriors. Weitzel's got it. He's going to the far side, trying to cut inside. There's a flag on the play.
First time we've seen the option for us this year.
Yes. Flag on the play. It'll be interesting to see exactly what this is called. Probably going to be.
It's in the area of holding. We'll see. Yes.
And it is a hold on the Warriors.
It's going to cost us 10 yards and be 1st and 20 now.
And as Coach said, it does back us up to a 1st and 20.
But, you don't have to get it all back on one play. This is where Evan has to understand and learn from last week a little bit. Just let it come to you. Get a little something short out of this. Let's pick up a chunk of it here on first down and get a little bit here at a time.
And here we go as Weitzel is awaiting the snap in the shotgun. Has Will Kelly to his left. Will Kelly's in motion. We got a pass play.
There it is. He's open.
That's out, and a nice catch
That's Alex
right
Light.
here by Alex Light.
Good catch. Nice flip out there real quick. I like that design.
I do too. It was a great call by Coach Cole.
Picked up most of that yardage. So now
Right back,
hurt.
yeah, right back at 2nd and 10 now as we pick up that yardage.
Weitzel's pass is complete to Alex Light.
Again, Coach Cole does the offensive play calling, and Coach Richards does the defensive play calling. And Coach Richards probably feeling pretty good about that first
He
possession he had.
You know what? If we're in the lead or tied, he'd just as soon be standing over there. Let us be on offense.
In motion is Adams. I think it was handed off
Yes,
to Adams,
little
and Adams
handoff.
got some room.
Job.
He's picked up 2 on the carry, and it's going to be 3rd down and 9.
It's already a couple new plays we didn't see last year. A couple new wrinkles.
Yep.
I think that's what you do. As coaches, we try to add something every week, something the other team hasn't seen, something new. It also keeps your kids fresh, engaged at practice. Hey, we got something new. Let's put this new wrinkle in. Let's put this new play in.
I'd like to see a big pass play here is what I'd like to see.
I think what would be open, we send that play that we had last week where kind of crisscross Trey and Alex Light.
I know one. Yeah, I remember that.
And see if that would be open right across the middle. Alex going across the middle and Trey right up the sideline here.
Ball's away, and here comes Weitzel. A little bit of pressure. Good block
there's-
there. He's got room. He's putting his head down trying to make a run, and he is stopped. It's going to be short.
Oh, there's a flag.
But we have a late flag coming in. That's usually on the defense.
I think it's going to be there. Evan comes up without his helmet on.
Weitzel does not have his helmet on as he comes up with both a football and his helmet, so it'll be interesting to see what we've got. If it's a personal foul.
Yep, there you go.
And it is a face mask, and that'll help us out a ton.
Personal foul, face mask against the Royals.
So the flag is going to move us up and give us an automatic first down, I believe.
And here's your high school rule where I believe Evan has to, well, no, since it was ripped off, I think he might be able to stay in. I thought if their helmet came off, he had to come out for a play, but
I think if it's an unintentional, not his doing.
that would make sense, would it? Otherwise, if they had a really
Yeah,
good
but you
player,
know-
I'd be
yeah.
trying to rip his helmet off.
Yeah, but Coach, when you've been together a while, when has anything that the officials have ever made or called made sense?
Well, don't get me started already.
I know, a
It's been
little
pretty
early.
clean so far.
Little early here. All right, here we are right in front of you, folks. Well, just across the 50-yard line, the Warriors 1st and 10. Hand off there to Will Kelly. He's got
Nice.
some room. A nice carry of about 6 yards up the middle.
That's what we talked about before the game. I like the way Will and Devin Grow run. They run north and south. Give them the ball, follow your blockers, and go right up the field.
And so 2nd and 5 on the 40-yard line on the board, and here come the Warriors out of the huddle. We've got a little bit of momentum going here offensively. I really like the game so far, the way it's being played. It's played at our tempo right now. Adams in motion. Weitzel now looking for a seam, and there was really nothing there. And then
No.
we're just right back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I mean, For a second, it looked like maybe Will Kelly would be open, but on that one, we're on the short side of the field. There wasn't really a lot of room for. The only thing that could have probably happened there was something bad. Probably a good idea for having to keep that. Maybe with a little more open field, you pitch that outside to Will and let him do the work.
3rd down and 6. Weitzel in the shotgun. He's got Will Kelly to his left, and he's got 4 receivers out. We'll see what happens here on the play. It's out. It looks like A.J. Nauman, who can make this happen if he gets breaks. Almost breaks free. And I think we're in territory where we'll probably go for it on 4th down.
I would think so.
Again, nice little play out there.
You know, sometimes just getting the guy the ball quick, let him try to make the first guy miss. And A.J. was real close to doing that. To the credit of Eastern Hancock there, they did a nice job of wrapping up because he almost got by him.
Yeah.
And that was going to be a first down. But here we go, 4th and a long 2, it looks like.
And we are, and then once we get a little bit of time, folks, we got about 4:20 left to go. We'll get into the chat and see if we've got anybody.
Boy.
That's going to be on us.
Yeah,
I think we moved up front, and that's a tough one.
Yeah, you don't want to do that because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get them offside. I think Evans hard count got Levi Crabtree to move.
And quick look into the chat. We do have Julie Swartz watching, as always, one of our all-time consistent followers. She says good luck to the Warriors, and let's get a win.
All
We
right.
agree, Julie. If you're in the chat and you want to drop a comment or hello, keep them positive. And it doesn't matter if you're from Eastern Hancock or from Wes-Del. We will say hi to all of you.
Yeah, we appreciate you listening and watching.
4th and 8 here. Weitzel back with it. He's got some pressure. Now he decides to carry it. Decides to run. He's got a first down, but there's a flag in the backfield. I'm going to guess a hold.
Let's see.
I'm going to guess that's what we're going to see. And let's get a
Yeah, you're right. Holding on us.
holding on us, and there was only one person back there.
Wow, that's tough because Evan just made that play.
Yes, he did.
Got hit initially right about the markers and leaned forward and made a nice run here. You know,
Let's
one
see.
thing you don't want to do is go the wrong way. You don't want to go backwards. And now we're running out of space. Now you start thinking, what do we want to do? Do we want to punt
We
this
may
or-
be punting because I think it looks like we've put on some special teams players because this is pretty far back there now.
Holding the call against the Warriors.
You're now back into your own 40, and I imagine we're going to kick here.
Yep, it looks like it. Buckner's back.
Buckner's back, and yeah.
To see him get a nice punt off here and give us some good coverage.
And we've got a whistle, stopping play.
I found something on the field.
Always got good eyes.
They got great eyes.
I wish I had their eyes. They've got Betty Davis eyes.
We're down the wormholes already. That's a better snap.
That's a better snap. Kicks away, and here's the return.
Oh, get on that.
Get on that loose ball there and
Oh.
knocked down and tackled there by Eric Lehman. Almost picked up by Alex Light on the fumble.
Nice job of those two getting down there quick.
Yes.
I almost thought, boy, he needs to let that bounce once before he catches it. But he
Yeah.
tried to catch it on the fly and waited a little too long, caught it right at his feet, and wasn't able to bring it in. And good job, good pursuit by those guys, which did our job there. We changed field position, and so now we just need to hold them off.
And if you're watching at home, we made it across into their territory, and then a couple penalties really killed us on that drive. So we kind of shot ourselves in the foot penalty-wise. I think Coach will look back at that and say that. Now it's a big second opportunity here for our defense, who did a nice job in the first possession. Let's see if Swan starts to spread us out a little bit more. In the motion now, and a little misdirection, but right there is number 67 on top of that one.
That's Caden Bartram.
Caden Bartram was all over that for the Warriors.
Yeah, he pushed his blocker right off, made that play, and they picked up maybe two, but and that may be a generous spot because I'm not sure.
I didn't think he got that because Caden was right on him at the line of scrimmage and just held on and brought him down.
If he did, it's because Caden threw him forward a yard.
And that was, I believe, number 10, Arnold on the carry, but it might have been Rainbolt. Here they go. Swan now going to keep it himself. The pursuit is there, and a nice hit, and finished off by several. That's going to be A.J. Nauman, also number 77 in on that tackle for us.
John Justin made good contact there, too. And
71.
That's Jalen Godby.
So the Warriors now looking at 3rd down and 3. Another, I like I like the speed of our defense tonight. It's a little bit more on the go than it was last week.
You know what I like?
What do you like?
I like the fact that 0-0 still this late in the first quarter.
I like that, too.
With an offense that can put up points like that.
Well, if you remember last year, they had 30 in the first quarter. Swan now is under center, and it's a handoff. They're trying to – I think we've got him stopped, though. Let's see where the spot is. That's going to be real close. They're spotting him already, a first down.
Yeah, I can't really see.
I got one here that's backing it up a little bit.
He's calling. He's saying
it's a first down. So.
Yeah, and that's a tough one. I mean, you got to kind of go wherever the ball is. But nice job of tackling there. I mean, they picked up 3, probably a long 3, maybe 4 yards on that. But we were right there.
So it's interesting to see them going to run more here as we're almost at 2 minutes in the first quarter. But obviously they've watched us, and they see something they like. Now, I will say, last week Tri-Central did run on us pretty easily. As you see a week of practice here with Coach Richards, we've changed some things defensively. Here we go now. Swan is back to pass, getting pursued. The ball's away. It is caught. That's going to be trouble. And he's across the first down.
Yeah, that was just right in front of Trey Adams, and Trey was almost there to get that, and it just got the ball beat him there. He was right there, and you know who else was almost right there was Will Kelly on that backside. Will was closing in quick, but there again, there's a veteran quarterback that
very composed when he rolled out.
Yeah, and he's doing a good job.
You can see him look down his progression to find exactly where he wants to go with it. On that one, he didn't have to look down far, and he found his receiver. Here they are again in the shotgun, so it'll be interesting to see if they continue with some misdirection or they go straight to the pass. And it is a play action. It's going deep. Let's see what we can do here. And it was caught, and it is a touchdown for
Swan's pass is complete to number 10, Zach Arnold.
Zach Arnold on the catch there. Pressure. We had some nice pressure on him right there, and I don't know who exactly that was. I'm trying to catch the number of who that was for us that was there with the pressure. But we had nice pressure.
Well, if we look at that, and we'll
number 65 for us, which we don't have. We don't have 65 on our program.
We'll see here if we can see this replay for you folks.
Whoever 65 has had nice pressure on them. If they take their helmet off, I'll figure out.
Had some good pressure right up. He just got rid of it, and a nice pass in there, and it was in. So,
you know, I think that's Blake Whitehead. I think he had to switch uniforms. I think we had an issue with uniform. Something happened. I think maybe he had a rip, or I think that was Blake Whitehead.
So Eastern Hancock is on the board with 6. Now they're going to go for the extra point as we're lining things up here.
They went false starts to make it a little bit tougher. So now it's 5 yards back from where it was.
And here will be the extra point. It's away. It is up, and it is good.
No good.
Sorry,
it did look good from here.
It did look good from here. So the Warriors get out of here with 6 points, and that's better than 7. So we're going to take a quick 30-second break audio-wise, leave the video up. We'll be back here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. Hey, Coach.
Yeah.
You've got a daughter on the volleyball team, Rachel.
Yes.
Were they in action this week?
They were. Actually had 2 games, MEC games. It's their MEC tour that they've had going on for a while. They played at both away, at Shenandoah and at Union, and won both games convincingly. Played very well and won both games convincingly. And
overall, what is their record right now?
I believe it's 5-1.
5-1.
Maybe 6-1.
Loss was to Wapahani, correct?
Wapahani. And they have the K. Saunders Classic coming up this weekend. We can talk about that here in just a few minutes.
Absolutely.
I can give you the times and the opponents. A little short
pooch kick, and fielded by number 20. Is that John Justin?
That's John Justin. Nice catch.
Yeah, good hands right there.
Yep.
Let's see if we can answer this and see if we can get something going here.
Oh, I thought you were getting ready to ask me some kind of a trivia question.
Oh, no, I don't have a trivia question.
Let's see if you can answer this one.
Yeah. No, I don't
Who
have
has
that
the best tenderloin in the state?
we
did that last week.
We did that one last week.
I have to add one to it when we get a chance. I went out last night. My wife and I stopped on the way home from volleyball, and they're not sponsored, and we'd like them to be. And it's still not as good as the 2 local ones we had here.
Right.
But I did have a good tenderloin at Mulligan's last night.
Oh, yeah, Mulligan's has a good tenderloin.
I'd still take the 2 here in town, but
yeah,
Mulligan's was good.
That handed off to Devin Groh. Devin picks up about 3 or 4 yards on the carry. I like Devin. He's a north-south runner, and he just puts his head down.
Like both of our running backs, the way they run that ball straight up the field. Give it to me. I don't care. I'm not make the first guy miss, or you're going to hit me and bounce off. Devin's so low to the ground and so compact that he's not afraid to take that contact. So.
And he's hard to tackle.
Yeah, he is.
There we go. We got Groh again in the backfield. It is Weitzel in the shotgun. Again, handing it off to Groh. Groh picks up maybe another 2 or 3. Another good carry. I think in total he's just picked up 6 yards right there.
Yeah, and again, that makes it a manageable 3rd down. Now it's 3rd and a long 3 here. So now this gives us options. Evans pretty good at picking up that first down, on his own,
yeah,
on his feet.
He can do it on his feet.
You roll him out, get 1 or 2 receivers out there, and if they're open, you throw it. If not, you run it for the first down.
It's Weitzel, and he's got, I believe, Groh with him again.
Yeah,
Groh now with the carry.
Hey,
Groh gets some room, and he's up over a first down for Wes-Del.
Devin Groh show this drive.
And we'll take the Groh show at this point and see what we can get out of it. We got about 18 seconds left in the first quarter. But we didn't see Devin Groh on the first possession, and now, as Coach said, we're seeing the Devin Groh show this possession.
And I thought Will ran the ball well, too. Both guys were running the ball north and south. One of the things I talked about in the pregame is that we didn't show a lot of our running game last week. I like to see us do that, and we are. And the other thing it does is allow you to control the clock a little bit against a high-scoring team like Eastern Hancock.
Well, we've reached the first quarter, the end of the first quarter, and we just want to highlight that the Star Financial Bank is our scoreboard sponsor. The Westall Sports Network scoreboard sponsor for 21 Warrior football is Star Financial Bank. They are an Indiana-born for Indiana business company. At Star Financial Bank, we pride ourselves in building genuine relationships while sharing your vision and establishing mutual trust. Warrior fans bank with Star Financial, and we got a guy we know there, Trent Down. If you go in there, tell him Trent sent you.
Tell him Trent sent you. Maybe you'll get I don't know if you get a discount, but I bet you he'll give you a pen or something.
Yeah, probably a real nice, big pen.
Excuse me, I got choked up.
Good little crowd tonight.
Yeah, I like the
beach theme, right?
Beach theme, and at first I thought, well, the student section is a little small tonight, but it was better. It's gotten better as late arriving, like we'd like to say.
Kind of like the Lakers.
It's like the Lakers, the Dodgers, late arriving.
Late arriving crowd.
But they're here, and they're having fun. Nice night to do that.
It is a really nice night, and happy to see this weather after we talked about last week being a scorcher and then having all that lightning. So here we go. We're going to flip directions, folks, but it's still Warrior football, 1st and 10, after a couple of good carries by Devin Groh. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that might have been the first time we've never taken a quarter break. We just stuck right with it.
Just stay with them.
Here's Weitzel with it. It's off to Groh again. Groh on the ground. He may have another first down and more.
Does.
He does. He picks up another first down before a nice tackle by number 2 of Eastern Hancock, and that is Kane Sotelo.
Boy, Devin's running with a purpose. Sometimes, as coaches, we don't want to outthink ourselves. Hey, if this is working, let's just keep riding this train. I know sometimes I look back at film after I play, like, why did we not just keep doing that?
Why did we change it?
Yeah, or that was working. That's why we didn't.
Sports is one of those things. A lot of people say, do it until they stop you.
That's right. Keep doing what you're doing is what I heard a guy say once.
I know that guy. So here we go. It is Weitzel again, and to Groh it is, and he's back up the middle, and here he picks up another 3 or 4 yards.
3 or 4 yards. You pick up 3 or 4 yards every time.
And guess
you're
what?
Doing pretty good.
We're doing all right. And right now, Devin Groh has picked up quite a few. It's been nothing but Devin Groh, and now he's going to get a break as Will Kelly comes in. See if we can spark Will Kelly a little bit here. He ran well on his first possession, and see if he can keep that going. So the Warriors on the move here, trying to answer a 6-0 deficit with the Royals. It's Weitzel and Will Kelly in the backfield, and you've got spread receivers. There's a throw outside.
Nice
that is
throw.
A.J. Nauman. He's got room.
Go,
Breaks a
AJ.
couple tackles, and he's across for a first down.
Nice touch on that pass. Boy, Evan threw that right over the defense. Right hit A.J. right in stride. Didn't have to slow down, and then A.J. made the first guy miss like we've seen him do a bunch
That's what
of
I was
times.
just going to say. I love A.J. Nauman out there in space because he can make people miss.
Is good enough for a Westall Warrior.
A.J. over the years has worked hard enough in the weight room that he's a little bit like Devin Groh now.
Yes.
He's hard to bring down.
He's hard to bring down. Strong kid.
Yeah.
There we go. We've got Buckner coming down to our side here. And then on the far side, you've got Nauman and I believe Trey Adams. Weitzel hands it off this time to Will Kelly. Will Kelly, not a lot of room, but he makes up some room and heads back in and picks up positive yards when he was stopped, really.
He did. He started to go outside, and then he remembered, hey, I'm pretty good when I go right up the middle.
Yeah.
And then he did and went back and probably picked up about 5 yards. Ended up at 2, but he missed a couple guys
did.
missed to get that
To
2
get
or
that
3
2.
yards. So
2nd and 8 here.
Tony Cox down there on the sideline. Tony was at volleyball games this week, of course, and taking care of our athletes and everybody ready to go.
Weitzel and Will Kelly in the backfield. 4 receivers out. Here it goes. It's going down,
open.
and it's Adams. Adams has it, but
Oh,
there's a
no.
fumble, but picked up right there
Way to be there.
by Cameron Buckner. So it's actually going to be close.
Well, I can tell you, Trey
Well,
didn't
it's
know.
past the first down, I believe.
Trey didn't know what to do because all he usually does is catch touchdowns. He doesn't usually have to move.
That is true. Last week he was catching touchdowns,
That's what
and
I
he
told
didn't
him.
have to go anywhere
2
with
for
it.
2 with touchdowns both times. So he'll hold on to that thing. He was trying to make a play. Nice pass, nice catch. Just hold on. Good job by Buckner to be there and be ready.
And here we go. We're back in here, as you can see. Great camera angle from Mr. Romine down on the field. We'll go wide now. You've got Weitzel.
This is going to be Devin Groh.
Devin Groh, handed to Devin Groh. He's up the middle, and he is pounding into, I believe, about the 3-yard line.
Yeah, he's across the 5 for sure, and that's going to be down the 3 or 4 yard line. 2nd down.
Do you do anything but give it to Devin Groh right here or Will Kelly?
Well, you got to see how they want to stack the box up. Then you can flip one of those little
Out to AJ.
quick passes out to AJ
Or Cam.
run that little slant play we ran last week to Trey.
Yeah. There we go. We might need to get you a water break. Get that cleared out of there.
That's the way we did take that break.
Yeah. Here we go, folks. Warriors trying to answer. Handoff is to Groh. Groh's got some space.
He's
He
in
dives
there.
in, and he's in for a touchdown.
That was a Devin Groh kind of drive right there.
That was a Devin Groh kind of drive, and let's take a look at that one.
Attaboy, Devin. Way to run that thing.
And let's see if we can get that one on replay for you.
Well, you can go back and pick any of the 7 or 8 plays of that drive and show them because it was a lot of Devin Groh handing off mixed in with a Will Kelly run because that was a nice play. And then A.J. with the nice catch, too.
Here, let me get
See
back
what
to
we
that
do.
one in a minute here. We got a extra point ready to play. It's up.
It's good.
And it's good. So look at that. The Warriors take the lead with the extra point. Let's go back and show you that touchdown one more time here. If I can get it queued up for you.
While you're waiting, that was Ryan Gillespie with the kick.
Ryan Gillespie with the kick gives us a 7-6 lead, and here is that replay. I tell you what, Devin Groh is just really a big part of that, maybe that whole possession. Probably our most valuable player of that possession. As he just
Running
pounded.
with a purpose. I'm going to give me that ball. I'm going to run straight forward, and you're going to either tackle me because I'm pretty going to keep this ball in my hands and keep it low to the ground, and I'm going to be low to the ground, and I'm going to keep running forward, and you're going to have to make a play.
And here we are now. We're going to kick off with a 7-6 lead, Warrior fans. We have just about 8:37 to go in the second quarter. Warriors lead 7-6 now off the Devin Groh touchdown and the Ryan Gillespie extra point. And now Gillespie will be kicking off. I found, no offense to Ryan, he's not known for his height, but that official is at least 6 inches shorter than Ryan.
Well, that makes Ryan feel good. Yeah.
That guy is, he's down there. A great kick,
There you go.
and that's away. And
Picked
let's
up
see
the
what the
20.
Warriors can do here.
Make a play. Somebody make a play.
Got to make a tackle there. Got to get to the outside and get him out there. He's right up the sideline and finally pulled down. That might be a horse collar.
Yeah, it's another 15 on top of that. That's one of those where you just got to make a play.
I think at that point, I think the thought process there was, I've got to do something, or he's going to go to the house.
No, you're exactly right. And we'll take the 15-yard penalty because if not, he's going all the way, like you said. There wasn't very many people that were going to catch him. Luckily, Cole Jason Adams over there caught him.
Yeah. And really, folks, so you want to, as we said, you want to know, well, take the penalty, take the 15 yards, and save the touchdown? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
You have to stop them, whatever. You can't just let them go on by. So now they will take over. And, yeah, it's going to be close to the 39-yard line. But our defense has been pretty good so far. We'll see if we can stick it here inside our own 39-yard line here. Swan in the backfield. Looks like it's going to be a Swan on the keeper. But we've got him wrapped up right at the line, and there's no place to go.
And, right there, I always wonder, why is that pile's going nowhere? Why is that official not blowing the whistle?
Yeah, these kids have a lot of sports to play. Let's not get anybody hurt.
Yeah. A lot of people in on that play, which anybody out there on the defense, I saw AJ, I saw Bartram, I saw Lehman, I saw just about everybody in there on that.
Well, they had enough time to get in there.
Well, they did.
I mean, the officials didn't
That's
call
one
it
of
dead.
those where you just get in there and start pushing and raise your hand.
I don't know if they're waiting on one of those Barry Sanders moments, like the kid's going to pop out the back and just start running up, but I agree with you. So it's actually drop back yards, 2nd and 11 here. Again,
we've yet to see this big passing.
Yeah, we said that, and here we go. Out on the run here. We've got to get out there. He's got room, a lot of room. He's starting to cut back before the Warriors are hitting, and they are hitting hard tonight, but that was a nice little slip in there.
That was Rambolt.
Rambolt is their leading rusher, but also he's good at receiving. We talked about that. He had over 40 yards coming in on just 5 catches. So the Warriors now getting pushed back into their own territory, deep into their own territory, and right in red zone area for Eastern Hancock.
Let's make a play here. Let's maybe punch the ball loose, wrap them up like the last time, and then somebody get in there and knock that ball out.
There goes Rain.
Oh, there you go. They're offsides.
They are offsides, and we'll take it.
Let's make it a little tougher here.
And that in motion was not Rainbow. That was Zach Arnold, actually, who went in motion. But back them up a little bit, boys. And 7:07 left in the first half. It's a 7-6 lead for the Warriors.
And down there and just in the VIP section, see who's down there. Saw Adam Perdue. And
Daniel Hansen's probably milling around down there.
Yeah.
Ball's away, and right on top of that, a nice tackle up front there. And that was...
I think initially that was...
Ended up being number 11, which is Blevins, isn't it, for us? Triton?
I don't think that's... I think that's Jalen Godby, number 71. And
not on the outside over there. On the far side. Skinny.
All right, let me look. That might be Alex Harold.
Okay, Alex Harold.
14, yes.
14, we'll take that. He came in there and made that tackle.
Okay.
Don't question it.
I wouldn't question those eyes.
You should.
This
one's out. This is a rain bolt. Yeah, you've seen my glasses. Just got to stay there. Got to stay there. Now we got trouble. Finally knocked him out is, I believe, Trey Adams.
Yeah, it was Trey Adams, and you don't want your defensive backs making a lot of tackles.
No.
He's a good, strong runner when he gets the ball. I can see why they just flip it out there sometimes to him and let him make strong rainbow. When he runs, he's not running away from contact. He runs right to contact.
He had a great name for last week.
Rain Bolt. Yeah.
I mean, we had both of those.
Yeah,
we had rain and we had a bolt.
Don't remind me. I'm still having trouble sleeping.
My left arm still tingles. And there's a nice run inside and diving in. That's Zach Arnold.
They're going to call him down.
Zach Arnold was called down before he got in.
Saying that right on the dive, his knee was down.
Well, they've got those eyes. They can see that. They're quickly up to the line now, though, trying to catch us off, and now we have a timeout, I believe, called by good timeout, actually, called there by Wes-Del. So that is a good timeout by Coach.
5:47. We still have the lead. Need to get a big hold here. We've done a nice job at some short yardage, getting in there and making initial contact. It gets a little tougher down here with the way that Rainbolt can make plays, and then you have a good quality quarterback that you've got to go out with, and then he can, he's shown that he can just tuck the ball in and run too.
Yeah,
so.
At this point you're looking at several seniors that you can look at, because you've got Rainbolt, who's a senior. You've got Swan, the quarterback, is a senior. And then you've got Zach Arnold, who's a senior. So as you mentioned earlier, this is a senior stacked Eastern Hancock squad. And but it's 7-6. I'll remind everyone at home, last year at their place it was 30-something, I believe, to 0, somewhere around this time last year.
At halftime?
And halftime might have been more than that.
They had a good hot dog, though. I do remember that.
They did have a good hot dog. They did have a good hot dog. You're looking at second and a couple of yards here. See if they get through. It's off to Rainbolt, and he walks right under a good block there, and it's a touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice play. They just ran right behind those middle guys, had a guard pull, ran right behind that blocking and able to walk right in.
So it's 12-7 now. We'll see if they get the extra point. Try to put this at 13-7. But Warrior fans, no reason to worry. We're looking pretty good offensively. We might be able to come right back. And remember, they got this in pretty good field position when we initially started. They got the kickoff back, and that one is not good, I don't think.
Nope, they're 0-2. We've done a great job on the PATs this year.
So far this year, we are really good on the PATs. So
who's the kick? I almost want to say it's Jared, or
it might be Jared Dowling. It might be your special teams.
He's calling the kickoff team down there.
I think it might be special teams with Coach Dowling, and
I'll let you know next week. I'll do my homework.
We'll do the homework, but I believe right now we're going to give the credit to Coach Dowling on special teams, and we'll see what's going on down there a little bit as we get ready for kickoff, as you can see that. Look at this. Hey, look at this angle. Mr. Romine with the cinematography down there.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that a beautiful
He can't
look?
even hear us, can he?
No, he can't hear us. Unless he's watching it on the
chance.
On the YouTube. I love when people are like, well, where can I watch it? On the YouTube? Yeah, on the YouTube. All right, let's check the chat real quick, see what we've got. Oh, we got Carter. Carter Flynn's in there. Mr. Romine's wife. She's listening. She's seeing these great shots that her husband's getting. There was a big wreck on 28 tonight before the game.
Well,
that's why there were late arrivers. So we hope everyone's okay. Thank you for updating us on that. And let's see if we can get this kick away here. So.
All right.
And the kick's off.
They're going short.
They're going short again, and that one's
fall on it. That's all right.
Falling on there. I thought that was Devin Groh at first, but it was definitely he fell on it after. I don't know who touched it first.
It was he or John Justin that fell on it. It might have been Devin that tried to grab it. Johnny Justin fell on it.
So we're going to get this in not terrible field position, right there on our own 35.
We saw what works.
Well, yeah.
We're going to go, it looks like, give Devin a little bit of a break here and go with.
I think Will Kelly can do the exact same thing we were just doing.
I believe that he can, and it's right up the gut. It seemed to be working. Now, look, they're going to put an extra guy up there, so this is going to allow something else to be open.
Let's see what we do here. Snaps away. The ball is to Will Kelly, and he picks up about 3 yards, 2 to 3 yards. Again, nice. I'll take picking up 2 or 3 yards on those runs, helping to open up the pass play. Cole Jason Adams is down there working on some kicking.
Yep. We've done a nice job with our extra points so far this year.
Well, we're playing all-around football.
Yeah, we are.
It's interesting to see. It's fun to see. And in the shotgun is Weitzel. I think with Will Kelly, now there's going to be a pass play. The ball's out. This is A.J. Nauman, who's met. But again, he picked up a good 3 or 4 yards on the catch, so I don't mind that.
No, it's like a run play. So, I mean, it's just, you pick up 3 or 4 yards. It's like that makes third a lot more manageable again. Here we are at third and a long 3. So we can pick this up.
Just about 5 minutes to go, trailing by 5 at 12-7 here, deep into the second quarter.
Thought I saw our strength and conditioning coach down there,
Coach Van Meter.
Coach Van Meter here. I think that he's got to be proud of the way the guys are playing.
Well, absolutely. I know he's got all these guys in the weight room. Here is Weitzel again. He's looking for a deep pass. He gets one over the middle. He's got Trey Adams. Trey Adams gets a great block.
Trey. Go, Trey.
Finally caught up with. Hang on to it, Trey.
He is.
And he's down, and a great play right there.
I like that play. We've run that to succession, that crossing pattern. And, boy, nice block there. Was it Alex that had the block at the end?
Yeah, we'll look at this one again.
I believe Alex had the block to give him even some more yardage. It was Alex or Cameron, one of those two, that had a nice block at the end of that allowance.
Yeah, it was. As you see him roll out, he comes right over the middle, and that was just a fantastic block as they finally bring him down.
Well, we're moving the ball.
We are moving it. I like it. First down here on the 23-yard line. And there's Grow now. We're back to Grow, and he picks up another 3 yards.
Nice run again. Get us manageable third downs. It allows you so much more of an option of what you want to do when you have short yardage on third down. So it's always nice to pick up that 3 or 4 on first down.
And we are moving things. 2nd and 7 now, as we said. It was 3 yards on the carry by Grow, and now the Warriors have it. Weitzel to Devin Grow again. He's moving forward again, and I think it may be another yard or 2.
I think he got another 2 or 3. I mean, what's 3 yards in a cloud of dust with Devin Grow right now?
Hey, we'll take it. Just about 3:20 on the clock here.
Looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 5. At this end of the field, we're probably going to go for it. So you don't have to pick it all up right here. If you want to run another running play, pick up 3 yards to leave yourself 4th and 1. It gives you the option to do that if you know you're going for it.
Weitzel's out. He's got a pass right there.
Go,
that
Will.
might be it. Will with a nice move. A nice cut inside. I think he's definitely got the first down.
I like the way Evan's throwing the ball tonight. Just a lot of touch on it, not trying to force anything. He did try to force one early. But since then, everything's been a lot of touch on it. A lot more poise. Seems to be, got a game under his belt. Seems to be adjusting to the game speed a lot better.
Wes-Del now is on the 7-yard line. It's 1st and goal. We'll see if they can answer here. What do we got in the backfield? It's Will Kelly with Evan Weitzel. Spread down here is Cameron Buckner, and at the top you've got, and that is going to go to Will Kelly, and he's met right there by
number 52.
Yeah, 52, and that is Caden Nation.
Yes, Caden Nation.
And it looked like a whole nation tackling right there.
All right, Caden Nation.
They got good names. Houston Swan, Caden Nation.
Yeah, Rainbow. We got some good ones, I bet, if I look here.
Yeah, we got the Grow Show.
We got the Grow Show.
Here we go. 2nd and goal on the 8. Weitzel has it, rolling out. Good block from Grow.
He wants to throw it.
Not
throw
a
it
lot
away.
there.
Throw it
Not
away.
a lot there. Got to get
Throw
rid
it
of it.
away.
Now he turns around, goes the other way with it, and he just
Eats it.
eats that thing at the 20-yard line, and that's a big loss.
Yeah, that's one.
Kind of want to just get rid of that one.
Yeah, throw it at somebody's feet. You're outside the box. Throw it at someone's feet because now you've lost quite a bit of yardage there.
Mr. Romine's view on the field is very deceiving. A little darker on his camera. Great camera work, but a little darker down
Yeah,
there.
the lights make it look
I
like
know
it's
when you
sun
get
out.
down on the field, it's a little different.
Oh, it's one light out up there.
I don't think that's making that big of a difference, but thanks for noticing, Clark. And we have a whistle on the play, maybe a timeout.
Eastern Hancock's going to take a timeout.
Eastern Hancock will take a timeout. So as they take a timeout, we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll leave the camera up, and the audio will go down here on the Westall Sports Network. And we're back here out of that timeout, and it looks like we've got ourselves just about a minute to go, and it's 3rd down and goal on the 20-yard line. Let's see what the Warriors can do here. It's away, and it is Westall looking up the middle, and it's picked off.
Well,
We've got to make this tackle. We've got to make this tackle. And look at Deshaun Davis with a saving tackle. He actually had to make that, or it was gone.
Yes, that was a good tackle. Let's see what the flag is. Let's hope it's against them.
We got to hope it's against them, but what a great tackle by Deshaun Davis.
Ineligible man downfield on us. So
no, it negates that,
they'll
right?
Decline that, obviously, and take
and
the
it
ball.
will be the ball with 55 seconds left. Now, here's the thing. Don't let them score. Go into the quarter here or into the half at a down 5. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, or if they want to throw it long, let's get an interception. If they want to be greedy, let's take it back.
Just right now, I think Coach Richards is probably saying, as you can see, he's got his hands up there. He's talking to his team. He's probably told them before this, nothing big. No, they're going to run it. More than likely, unless they do what you say and get greedy. But you don't want anything to blow up and be big here.
55 seconds down there? Yeah, 55 seconds, okay.
Because there's also a chance that they may just come out here and run it a couple times and go to the half, not giving up an interception. But we'll see what happens. We're saying a lot of things that could happen, but we'll actually get to watch what does happen. Swan back to pass. They're going to go for it. He's going to throw it deep. The ball's down here, and it's out.
Oh, no, though. We may get roughing the passer.
Do we have a flag on the play? We do have a flag on the play, and back there, that's about all you can get.
It's either holding or roughing the passer, one of those two.
It is roughing the passer.
That's going to give them 15.
That is not something we want to do.
No, you don't want.
I didn't see who it was.
Well, you don't want to give him free yardage. It was Eric Lehman. He was trying to make a play, and he just got there a little late. And I don't know if he hit too high or if he hit a little late, but.
Well, Houston Swan's a senior. He's going to sell it.
Yeah, he's going to sell it.
He's smart enough to do it, and I don't blame him. I'd do the same thing if I was a senior. So whether I was hit hard or not, he's smart enough to know how to get his team some yardage. And now he's a little closer with 50 seconds to go now. Rainbolt in motion. Swan back to pass. It's out to Rainbolt. Rainbolt now. There's a flag on the play.
That's coming back.
And that is knocked out of bounds by Evan Westall, but we do have a flag on the play. Probably a block.
I'm going to say legal block or holding, and that's a make-up call, what we like to call in basketball.
And that's exactly what we have. I believe a hold.
That's one of the coaches over here, maybe Coach Richards, fighting for his guys and letting them know, hey, look, he sold that a little bit, or sure about that call, or, because basically you can call holding on every play.
Every single play. In high school football.
It has to be right out in the open, and I honestly didn't see it, so
we'll take it.
Absolutely take it. Probably should have told you this before now, but we do have a halftime.
We do?
I have halftime guests coming up.
I'll be darned. I always love your surprises.
Yeah.
Swan now looking to throw. He's outside. Let's see if the pursuit. Great tackle. A great tackle by Will Kelly. That ball is popped free. That was to Arnold.
Trying to get him in space, and Will said nope. Nice hit him as the ball was there. Good timing though by Will. Knocked the ball out of his hands. I thought maybe he might catch that, but even if he did, he wasn't going anywhere. Will was going to make that a short gain. So at some point, if they're going to try to get greedy, they got to get a big chunk of this right here. So we'll allow the short stuff. We'll give you that one.
Yeah.
Just can't allow anything big.
2nd and 21, 32 seconds left, trying to hold this and go to halftime down by 5. Swan back to pass, looking deep. He's got him over the top. It is dropped.
Wow.
An excellent coverage there. We had A.J. Nauman in the mix. We had Cameron Buckner in the mix. And we had Trey Adams, I believe, right there.
That was an athletic play just to get up and get that ball in his hands. He did drop it, but you're right. We had good coverage. There wasn't anybody who was going to catch that but him.
And right behind that, I think might have been Trey waiting for the skip off the hands to pick that off. And I was looking right at it, wanting that to happen. Because I can tell you one thing about Trey Adams. If he gets enough space, he's quick. 27 seconds to go.
Now if you're Eastern Hancock, you don't want to give any time left down on this end of the field.
Oh, it's 3rd and 21. And they're still going to pass here. Swan rolling out. Do your job, boys. That one up, and he's got some space before he's knocked out of bounds. Sorry on the camera work.
Not a lot hurt there, though.
No.
20 seconds.
It's 4th down now, and he's probably,
45-yard line, so they still got 55 yards to go, and we've got 20 seconds to hold them. Actually, it's not even till the 45, so.
Looks like he's got a 4th down and about 4 to go. We'll see what they do. Knocked out of bounds. The clock stops. I'm surprised with 20 seconds left that they're still, but they are seeing something they want to get here, and so they're going to go for it. I have a feeling they're going to throw deep here. Again, empty backfield. Swan, he's rolling out to our side. He's pursuing well.
Sure.
Ball thrown up and out of bounds, and everybody did their job, and a great catch by Coach Cole.
Actually, it was complete. Coach Cole.
Yes. So we get the ball, like you said, with 15 seconds left. Now, here's what we have to say. Do we try anything?
We'll see.
Do we try anything, or we just go into half and say, let's just do this?
Personally, I say you give it the ball to Devin Groh and
see what happens. See what breaks free. Coach Richards clapping. He's got to be very happy with his defense this first half.
He is. He's marching that thing back and forth. Gets ready to go. He's excited about the way his defense has played to hold this. This kind of an offense to 12 points in the first half would be just a great job by our defense. Well, here we go.
Let's see what we do here.
See if we try that crossing pattern.
And we got one here. Are we gonna throw it? We are going to throw it. He airs it out, and it is short.
Is he going to call that an interception? He is.
I think that hit the ground.
I think so too.
So 8 seconds left. They're calling that an interception.
Yeah,
I don't know that was a true interception. Looked like it skipped in there.
He's right there, boy. I sure thought he trapped it, but he must have got both arms underneath.
Basically, now you're playing prevent, aren't you? 8 seconds left, and you're going against Houston Swan. Are they even going to try this?
He's got an arm. We'll see.
But, you just got to get deep and play some prevent here.
Yeah, looks like they're going to take a knee.
They're just going to take a knee and get this thing to half. Well, I would watch here. You never know. It looks that way. Watch him bust out of here and head out one direction. That's a good man. And they take the knee.
Didn't know you were a One Direction.
I wasn't. I'm not.
Oh.
All right, folks. After one half of play, it is Eastern Hancock 12, your Wes-Del Warriors 7. We're going to be right back here. We have some halftime festivities, as if I could talk tonight. Shout out to our sponsors, Property Pros, Martin Insurance, Muncie Meats, American Pest, Star Financial Bank, and I'm
just
missing
keep
one.
ripping them off.
I'm missing one. Sunset Motors.
Yeah.
We'll be back with you here with the halftime. It is the Van Mater Reed Realty halftime coming up here in a few seconds on the Westall Sports Network. All right, Warrior fans, welcome back here to Paul L. Parker Field. We are here at the Van Mater Reed Realty halftime for all your realty needs. And it's a hot market right now, Coach. All your real estate needs. Call Brian Van Mater or Jan Van Mater Reed. On your screen, you can see the contact information.
You better get there quick because that house is flying off the market.
They're going like crazy. So we appreciate the Van Mater Reed Realty team. They're the best duo in the real estate business right now. So we have a couple of guests up here with us on the halftime. And, Coach, why don't you go ahead and introduce who you've brought up for our halftime interview?
All right. Well, we have some members of the volleyball team, this year's volleyball team, 2 varsity members. We have senior Kylie Antrim and sophomore Rachel McLaughlin. They are up here to talk a little bit about their season so far and talk a little bit about what's upcoming. So let's start with Kylie. We're going to let you talk here. You can hold that if you want. Just make sure you get it close. Tell us a little bit about the season, how it's going so far, what's our record, and just some overall thoughts about the season.
So we're 5-1 right now. Do I put it closer?
Yeah, you got to put it closer.
So we're 5-1 right now, and the season's going really good. I think we're working together well as a team and learning a lot about ourselves and each other, and having a lot of fun while we're doing that.
So I've watched you guys play every game. I've seen you play through the summer. I've seen you play in past years. I've seen you grow up. First of all, it's hard to believe you're a senior already, but it feels different this year. So does it feel different to you guys as players?
Yeah, it really does. Like, in the past 3 years, it's definitely, it's just been like volleyball almost, but like this year it just really feels different. Like, we all are super invested in the team. We want to win. I feel like there's a drive that hasn't been there before, which is very much appreciated since my senior year. We want to win and do well.
Well, as a team captain, I'm sure you have a little bit to do with that drive and the pushing the girls at practice. So, Rachel, why don't you tell me a little bit about what it's like to be one of the younger girls on the team and have some of these girls ahead of you, like maybe to look up to, or some of the things that you get from a younger player playing with these older girls?
I think it's really fun to play with the older girls because they really push us, and you can tell they're all really committed, and all us younger players really look up to them and want to be them when we're seniors.
And I noticed that when someone comes out of the game, how excited you guys are, and when someone comes into the game, how excited you are, and how you just really root for each other. Is that kind of just the overall feel of the team, or I think I'm reading that the right way? Is that how you guys all feel?
Yeah, we just all have a really good bond this year, so we're all excited for each other, and it just makes us better as a team.
So I know that Coach Wilson likes to do some things that are in the summer that are not necessarily volleyball things. So Kylie, tell us one of the things that you guys did that wasn't related to volleyball that maybe was kind of like a team bonding thing.
We did this event, Biff calls it the Amazing Race. We had to do a scavenger hunt around Muncie and take pictures in front of certain statues, and then we had to come back and compete in an obstacle course.
Okay.
And do make a little volleyball out of ropes. So it was just a friendly competition, but we're all really competitive. So I think a few of us weren't talking to each other at the
After
end.
that,
but
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything? What was another one, Rachel? I know you guys did some other ones.
Oh, we went bowling.
Yeah.
As a team, we've started to do that every year now, so it's kind of a new tradition.
Did you? Who's the winning bowler? Do you remember who the winning bowlers? I know Biff said that there was nobody that was going to beat him, which I don't think you did you?
It's pretty much all of us versus Biff.
Okay.
We went into teams this year, and it was we all the girls in teams, and then Biff, Mariah, and Deb as a team, and they won.
They won. Well, you're not going to be the guy that grew up at Northside Lanes.
That's true.
You got any questions?
I do have a couple
go
questions
right
for
ahead.
him. All right, I'm gonna do something different. I need you both to answer these questions. A lot of people in the Warrior Faithful want to know these important questions. Who is the best dancer on the volleyball team? You have to pick somebody. Kylie, go first. Who do you pick?
I would say the best dancer is Ella.
Ella?
Yeah, Ella.
Okay.
Rachel?
I agree.
Ella?
Wow,
Ella Malk.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
Well,
right.
she used to do dance with me.
Oh,
Okay.
All right.
So Ella Malk's our best dancer. Who's our best singer? Rachel, you go first this time. Who's the best singer on the team?
You guys have music playing?
I think Jenna is the best singer.
Jenna Love?
Since she does choir, and
Okay.
her mom's a singer.
Okay.
She sings at church.
Kylie, you agree with that one?
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, Kylie, next one's for you. Who is the funniest member of the volleyball team? Who's the one that's going to make you guys laugh every time? Is it you? No?
Not me.
Like every team has a class clown.
Yeah, who's the one?
I feel like it's probably Avery Townsend because everyone kind of
Yeah,
picks on her.
I can see that, yeah.
And then the way that she reacts to it is kind of comical
Okay.
sometimes.
Rachel, same thing?
I agree with Avery, but I also think Cameron Love is.
Oh,
she always
just-
just has a comment.
Yeah.
She always has comments. Like, are they
Funny comment.
funny comments or quiet comments or both?
Like both.
Uh,
If we're talking about something serious, she just makes it funny.
All right. Last question. Who's the funniest coach?
Of the three?
Of the three, you got to pick
Biff,
one.
Mariah, Deb.
I honestly think Deb's kind of funny because
Okay.
she just stands there like quietly sometimes and really she's not saying anything, but you can tell she's thinking
Yeah.
something. So I would
She kind of
say
she sells it with her eyes that you know something, that she's got something in her mind, but she's not going to throw it out there.
Yeah.
Get a different-
Rachel?
I agree with that.
Oh,
Okay.
Deb. Okay, so tomorrow's a big day. We'll let you go after this one, but we have the Kay Saunders Classic. Some really good teams coming in. I know we start off tomorrow at 10 o'clock against.
I think we play Hagerstown first.
Yeah, we play Hagerstown. I could probably maybe I'll tell you because I know.
I was going to say,
I haven't seen our schedule.
Oh, okay.
Like,
So
actually, he hasn't.
we play Hagerstown at 10, and then at 11 right after that we play Blackford. We have an hour off, and then we'll play Tipton. So all of those will be nice challenges, and then I believe you can help me because you've been in this before. You play crossover with wherever place you're in to the other pool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm sure that's a fun day for you guys to host a tournament.
Yeah, it is fun. It's a long day for sure, but we always say that the best part about tournaments is the food.
Yeah.
We all love that.
I saw the list.
moms do a very good job.
Yeah, we got to give a shout out to the moms on the food.
Well,
Yeah, they take really, really good care of us.
well,
What do you look? Is there one item you're looking forward to? Dessert?
do you
Are you
know-
a dessert or?
Yeah, they do some good desserts, but then also like the mac and cheese and mashed
Oh, yeah.
potatoes that
Oh,
they
yeah.
make is
That's on the
really
list.
good.
I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is that done in between games? Is that hard to go out and play after?
No,
No,
not
you
really.
make it work.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, we just kind of,
Yeah.
Nibble
oh
and
well,
then
just forget about it.
Yeah. Just
All
go through it.
Yeah.
Well, it's exciting. We can't wait to see, and we're all going to come out and watch a little bit. We aren't live streaming tomorrow.
No, there's going to be on Facebook Live. I believe Biff has got a link somewhere that you can, if you get on his volleyball
All right.
social media, you can see that.
But Mr. Denny wants more people in
He
attendance.
would love to have people in the seats, is what I was
Which
told.
we
So,
love having a
we-
live crowd.
We do. Good luck tomorrow, girls. We're very proud of the start. I've been at all of them. I'm really proud to watch y'all be there tomorrow, and of course we are state ranked.
Yeah.
If we can let people know that we're, I'm not sure exactly where we're at right now. I haven't seen this week's poll, but I know we were 7 a week ago.
Yes, we were.
I think it dropped.
Yeah, which we
Like,
don't understand.
Below, yeah, because Blue River was above us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
we
Sometimes-
dropped. Even though we got beat by a 2A that's a state champion most years.
Listen,
Yeah.
you just keep winning, and
It's
that'll
okay.
take care of itself. But
Yeah.
I know we're state ranked, and I know that we deserve to be. So go out tomorrow, have a good day, be excited about it, and just play like you guys have been, and the rest will take care of itself. So good luck tomorrow. Kylie Antrim and Rachel McLaughlin.
Thank you, ladies. Go back to the crowd and
Go
have
back-
some fun down
yeah,
there.
get her to hit that beach ball around.
All right, we had Kylie Antrim and Rachel McLaughlin from the volleyball team, as you heard here on the Westall Sports Network, interviewed by the great Coach McLaughlin, who honestly had all the answers. Great questions, but you had all the answers. You know what was interesting about that is and I'm not being mean.
Okay.
I wouldn't have guessed that Ella Monk was the best dancer on the group. But that's amazing.
No, I wouldn't know if I. But that's
Ella,
why
and if Ella watches or her family's watching, I don't mean that in a bad way.
well, maybe that's something we'll see at the homecoming.
Well, I just haven't
skit.
seen it. That's kind of what I'm getting
A
at. I'm
homecoming
gonna have
skit.
to. I'm gonna have to tell Ella, hey, I heard you were a great dancer. Let's see what you got.
The homecoming skit.
Maybe
or
we'll
something.
see that. Well, I don't have any halftime stats, and I know we could probably walk out here and get them, but
Yeah.
I think we just talk a little bit about what we saw there in the
All right.
in the first half. Before we do that, a reminder that this is the Van Mater Reed halftime show, and let me see if I can get the overlay up there for you. For all your real estate needs, and as we mentioned, it is a hot market right now, make sure you reach out to the Van Mater Reed Realty team for all your real estate needs. On your screen, you can see Brian Van Mater's phone number or Jan Van Mater Reed's phone number. They are the best duo in real estate right now in the area of East Central Indiana. So reach out to them. But back to the game at hand. I was impressed, number one, with the defense and how we are went into halftime here, only down 5 to a team that put up a considerable amount of points against us last year, especially in the first half. What did you think defensively?
No, I thought we were great defensively, and I really didn't think we were that bad offensively. I thought the pace is our pace. We'd love to run the ball. I know we like to spread out and throw it a lot too, but against teams as talented as Eastern Hancock, you will take some of those long possessions. that shortens the game and allows you to stay right there in striking distance. So defensively, I thought we played really well. I thought we came up with some big plays. They were able to get some small chunks here and there, even when we did give up a couple plays. We were able to hold them, like you said, to 12 points for the half, and then we were ourselves able to score the touchdown and allow ourselves to stay close. And I think both of those you got to be real happy about. Both teams are going to go make adjustments. So I like where we're at. I don't know how much of an adjustment we need to make other than let's just kind of stay the course and, a couple big plays here or there, and we're right back in this thing.
Absolutely. And offensively, I think the same thing there. I like what we did offensively. Devin Groh gave us a little spark there on that second possession when he came in. And then when Will came back in, he did a nice job on the first possession, but I saw a little spark out of him after he watched Devin open some things up. And then I have been impressed with Evan Weitzel's composure on some of those nice little touch passes, and you kept mentioning that on, I think, at least 2 to 3 passes. You said, look at the touch on that. Just the touch, get it out to A.J., and then A.J. and Trey Adams in space have made some things happen. But, again, I go back to the coaches and the game plan. Just an excellent job by Ryan Cole on the offensive side of the ball and overall just preparing the team. And then Kyle Richards, the defensive coach there and the coordinator, he's as he walked in at halftime, he was very, very energetic and happy with his defense. And I think both together have to be going in and talking to the guys saying, hey, this is where we're at. Now, the key is probably let's not have a second half like we had against Tri-Central where we were a completely different ball game.
Right. We want to come out and play well. But, I was getting ready to say the same thing right before you said it. That's a tribute to the coaching staff to put Evan and, his receivers in a little bit easier patterns, a little bit quicker. Let's get the ball out before there's a lot of pressure. That's some adjustments that you saw happening right on the field that had been worked on during practice. You don't get that kind of touch with your receivers and know right where they're going to be without running those patterns over and over and working on that. So, yeah, I think it was a great coaching adjustment and really just great coaching through the week. And then the adding of the extra defensive back this week. So now we've got 2 defensive backs because obviously we've seen on film that they're capable of throwing the ball around. So let's add another defensive back to make them have to adjust to that. So far, like we've said, it's worked in our favor. Let's keep that up and keep staying aggressive, but we also don't want to give up anything big.
And I think coming out, I believe it's our ball. I believe
right.
Eastern Hancock elected to receive, and so I think we should be getting it now.
I see some umbrellas out. Is it raining?
I'm getting a little bit of that look as I see some, I think, water running down the front here of the one window off to our left.
Well, I've got some topics.
We don't want that again. We're about 40 seconds for play.
Or do we?
Or do we? Well, I'll just tell you this much. I had some in the back of my mind. Did you? Yeah, I was going to go with your top 5 yacht rock songs.
Oh, boy.
And I was going to see where you'd take us on that.
I don't know if I could get it down to 5. I mean, I'd have to ask you some questions before we went.
Well,
I'd
I'd say,
like, do the Eagles count? And like we'd have to, or just, I don't know.
Well, I think I would say for me, in that new, it's an interesting genre of music called yacht rock, but for me, yacht rock is embodied by Sailing by Christopher Cross.
Well, there's nothing better than that song. Yeah.
People have to understand we're talking about yacht rock. So we're not saying there's nothing better than Sailing in all of music. We're just saying in that genre. But that song is
my kids hate it because it's not really even a song you turn up real loud, but I do turn it up real loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones. I don't know. It gets any better than that. You can throw in whatever you want. A little Hall & Oates, Ball of Skags.
I forgot they put the time back on. So here we go.
You can throw Ball of Skags in.
Yeah.
You can throw some Dr. Hook. Whatever.
Dr. Hook. I'll help you out a little bit here. Let's see if we can get this.
Well, are we playing this? You got any Kleenex?
Are you gonna cry?
Oh, I love this song.
We can't play much of it because YouTube will probably take us down. We don't own the rights to this song.
I wish I did.
But we're getting ready for the
feel
second half.
I feel like I do. I listen to it so much.
We're getting ready for the second half, folks. Right here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. Stay with us.
Nothing gets me fired up like a good sailing by Christopher Cross.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, again, we had to have that one moment where we took it off course.
I'm not sure that'll be the last, but
No.
well, it's beach theme, so the kids are appropriately dressed
they got
for some rain. So if they get a little, some of them are in tank tops and swimsuits, and so if they get wet, it's okay.
Yep.
It's like
Well, I'll tell you who the trooper is right now. Mr. Romine out there, he doesn't have anything to actually cover with a little bit of rain, and he's still out there working things on the sidelines, doing some great cinematography for us.
I don't know if he can hear it. If he is, he's probably deep into sailing right now. We're a little behind.
It is a little behind, so those of you at home probably just now catching up to some sailing.
Well, I'm excited to see where this
Hey,
goes in this half.
When you look at this angle right here,
Yeah.
for a second there, and he just started moving, that official was statuesque for so long. I thought the camera was frozen.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
No.
It's getting kind of choppy over there, but he might be getting just outside of the range of the remote here. Hopefully not. It could be the rain, too. I'm going to guess the rain's cutting down on our signal.
Long weekend, too. That's exciting.
Yeah, we get a long weekend. It's a long 8 seconds to get this thing started.
It's hard to believe that it's already September, isn't it?
Yeah. You want me to play Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Oh, I love that song.
Let's see. We could go all day with this.
That is a great song.
It is a good song. Do you remember?
I do.
All right, we're getting ready here, folks, for the second half of play. Let me get us switched up.
Let me list off the 2021-22 cheerleaders.
Do that.
Mary Kate Dunnick, Delaney Huffman, Molly Wimmer, Lena Burcham, Alexis Crawford, Riley Lazatter, Jalen Gann, Lily Prather, Felicity Pippin, Tori Clark, and Ava Wetmeyer. And our coaches, Tori Justin and Tiffany Gaddis. Girls are doing a great job, and anytime we get weather, that cheerleading is just like the football guys. It's a little bit different.
It does get a little difficult there.
Yeah, work so hard on that hairdo. Want to make sure you don't get too wet out there. And the girls got all the rain gear. Boy, they look.
I was wrong.
Like the rain gear is nice.
We don't get the ball.
Yeah, we don't. Our memory is not always great.
No, we're not. Gillespie kicks that one. It goes out of bounds.
Just
and
about
it's
hit Mr. Romine.
Penalty. Yeah.
He's agile. He moved. By moved, I think he put his foot out of the way.
Let's get a picture of him down there.
There he is.
There he is.
Working hard.
Working hard on that sideline.
All right, here we go.
And
Coach has got him there talking to the defense real quick. Oh, no. What are we going? They decided to make us kick it again.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, here we go.
5 yards and kick it again.
We might need to get Mr. Romine might have to come back our way a little bit. We're starting to lose his signal.
Let me text him here.
Yeah, why don't you give him a text and tell him that we seem to be getting a little bit of signal interference. I don't know what it is. And he might have to move.
Sure, I can do two things at once, but
it's getting a little choppy. Yeah, I understand. I understand how hard it is for you to multitask because I run a camera, a computer, and a scoreboard all in one. And that one's away, and here they go. And the second half is underway as Eastern Hancock has it. Nice tackle stopped up there. Now we got a flag on the play. I don't know exactly what that's on. So let's see if we can get his signal. Yeah, now it's strong. See how long it stays. Oh, no, we're starting to lose it again.
Personal foul.
Well, folks, just like the big guys, every once in a while we have a little bit of camera trouble. Our second camera is just getting a little bit.
Well,
I believe it's weather related.
we're a little bit like Fox Sports here up here.
Yeah. Switch down there and see what he's getting. Yeah, it's just getting a little choppy on us. All right, here we go. That's why we have two, folks. Here's Eastern Hancock.
Penalty takes them to about the 48 where they'll start.
Here we go. Nice
way
pursuit
to
right
stretch
there.
that
Nice little
out.
tackle. That was number
Grayson
30
Mealy.
and number 18, Grayson Mealy, in there on that tackle. Devin Groh, Mealy, and Jalen Godby ended up in that mix.
Number 5, Rainbow ball carrier. One of the Warriors.
They had a loss of a yard, so nice first down defensively for us.
Grayson Mealy. Lost the ball on the play. Or gain of 11, rather.
There we go. Ball's away, and it's Rainbolt again. Rainbolt coming inside. Nice block, and he's brought down inside. I'm trying to see who brought him down there, and coming out of that tackle.
Looks like it was.
I think it was Jalen Godby on that tackle.
Gain of 5 on the play.
They were able to pick up about 6 because they had a 1 yard loss on the first play. So they pick up about 6 on that play. So now it's third and about 5. Long 5, maybe 6.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a pass play here from Swan, but he's got double backs back there with him.
Oh,
They
that's
moved.
offside.
That's a big one.
There's a flag on the play prior to the snap.
They moved, and
False start against the Royals.
Yeah, we'll take that. You know, about a year ago, we got
5-yard penalty.
year and a half ago, we got a Christmas gift from Mr. Purdue. It was an umbrella. When I see
Yeah.
those pop out, they were nice. I mean, it was a nice gift that I see popping out here. That just made me remember. I mean, what a nice guy. I was always thinking of
well, he's that guy, isn't he?
give you an umbrella. You know, it's one of those things you don't ever really want to buy for yourself.
I don't know why we're having this conversation.
I
but
just saw one down
I'll
there
take it.
on the field.
An umbrella is not something you typically want to go out and buy. Look at this. A lot of pressure coming. Ball's away, and I don't know if he had control of that one when he went out of bounds, but they're going to say he did.
Boy, he-
Right at there, and watch them
You know
mark
what
this as a first down, I'm sure, because
they're saying fourth.
fourth down here.
He does a nice job of throwing across his body. You know,
The official.
no. Hustle out there, come on.
Here's Deshaun
Oh.
coming to the line, and what did we get here? And
Well,
we had to
we're gonna
waste a
call a timeout,
timeout,
which you
and
don't
Cole
wanna
was
do.
not happy about that
And
one.
Coach Cole's not happy. I think they might have been able to get there, but on fourth down yardage, 4th and 1, you got to have everybody there and set. You don't want them to quick snap it when there's a big gap open. So
That is correct, and so we'll switch over here and see Mr. Romine's camera is just still a little.
he's checking it.
A little
See him
sketchy
checking his
here.
phone right now.
It might be Mrs. Romine telling him, "Hey, they're trying to tell you that."
He said, "Are we any better yet?"
It's still giving me a little bit. The viewers at home can kind of see it's a little choppy at times. I think it could be the receiver up here. I mean, we're getting the signal. Tell him we're getting a signal, but it just is a
Okay.
little choppy.
All right,
So we're getting some interference somewhere.
I can do that.
Either way, the fans at home, they've got the backup camera, and if we have to, Mr. Romine might be able to go to the lake a little early. You know, he's got a lake waiting on him. Here we go. Big one. 4th and 1. Ball is away, and Rainbow is stopped right at the line, but
Oh,
I
yeah,
think they're
see.
going to give it to him. They're going to be close. I have a feeling they're giving it to
Yeah,
him.
looks like they gave it to him. Still a nice job. I mean,
Yeah, the defense was right there.
that's a tough one. 4th and less than a yard. Not a lot of. You kind of lean forward, and you're probably going to get the benefit of the doubt on that one.
Yes.
Ball resting on the 38-yard line. Wes-Del.
That tent just became a lot more popular down there.
Yeah, they're under it. 9:45.
All right, let's get some pressure on them.
And flags away. And here comes Deshaun in pressure.
I feel like we might.
We're all trying to get up the sideline now, and knocked out of bounds is And there's a flag late
no,
there.
Don't call that a late hit.
Well, they are. There's a flag over here, flag over there, flag everywhere. And these officials who are absolutely here so everybody can see them.
I think they're both on us. I think it's offsides on us, which was after the snap, so they let it play out. And then I think they're going to call a personal foul.
And Coach Richards is going to want an explanation here. He's letting them know. So I don't know exactly what makes of this, but in either way, they're going to let us.
A white hat to give us a.
Let's see what he says. Okay,
We
so
got a legal shift on their side.
personal foul on our
us.
side. So do we march them both off?
Yeah, we're going to find out.
So we're going to go this way. Well, we'll move the camera. And then, look, they're going to point the other way. And then we're going to go this way.
I guess I didn't understand that.
Yeah, we go back and forth. Then we're going to run up here. You know, here's what I would do. But, you know, I've only been in education for almost 20 years. Here's what I would do. I'd just go ahead and subtract
the difference.
Yeah, well, why are we going back? I mean, I know you got to go back, but if you know it's a 5-yard penalty back, then just
go back, fourth and fourth.
Well, Aaliyah, what I would say is just do some math and make it easy on yourself. What do I know?
First and is it second?
Well, they're going to call. They're going to call officials timeout.
They
got to get a whiteboard out.
Second down and okay.
All right, second down. Carry the one.
No, it's first down.
No, it's first down. Carry the one. Penalty here.
Be first. I guess I didn't know.
I don't know.
Replayed the down.
I don't know. Anybody got a calculator? Here we go. Why didn't they move the chains?
Well, it's not first down yet.
Now it is now. Because Rainbolt just got one.
Oh, somebody hit him. Somebody hit him.
And he's
a hard runner.
Got hit there. A couple guys got hit hard.
He's a good player.
Yeah, he is. Who was it that got hit on the far side? I didn't think that was Harold. He put his head down and really went on that one.
Somebody else better hustle off here because we're going to make some defensive substitutions. We're going to bring in Deshaun and
we're right there at the
Blake
line.
Whitehead for
Rainbow put his head down and just went right after it. And they are on the 1-yard line getting ready to go in here.
Be sure take a turnover right here.
Yeah,
go quarterback
they're going to push. And there's the signal for the touchdown.
Yep.
So we are now our PATs have been pretty good. We'll see if we can stop that.
Get that streak to continue. Where is that horn?
Why are we honking?
I don't know where that horn is on our side.
No offense to anybody from Eastern Hancock, but we're not that nice.
It's like right here.
We're not going to honk for you. We love a good ball game, but I don't know what we're honking for.
I don't know. I would say Mr. Hanson, but I think he's stuck under that tent.
Yeah.
He melts in the rain. They're going to go for 2.
18-7 now, folks. 8:30 to go. We need an answer. They're going to go for 2. A little pitch play, and I think he's got plenty of room out there.
He does.
And he does. So there's 2 more. It's 20-7. It said it was a safety, folks. It's not a safety. This program just put that up there because it didn't know what else to do.
Well.
I hit 2 points. All right.
I wonder if that's on their side and it's just that loud. That's a loud horn.
It was like right here, though.
That's what I thought. Maybe it's – I'm just guessing.
I don't know. I'm guessing about a lot of things.
I would feel like we would go take care of that if it was on our side.
Well, I feel like we'd have to talk with somebody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because it is not a quiet horn. But if it's coming from straight over there and blowing straight this way, it's got powerful horn right there.
It's got some air behind it. They brought a compressor.
Yeah. I keep turning around looking for Thomas the Train behind me every time I think.
Well, you know that and the Jake break out there on the highway.
Yeah.
Last year we had that Jake break we couldn't get.
Comes Mr. Romine. He's double checking here.
Well, I'll just have to tell him we're going to have a.
Now he's saying here's what he's saying. See if we can get a nice return here on the.
We got Mr. Romine up here working on some technical and they kick that off. Let's see if we can jump on that. We do.
Oh, go.
Oh, we broke it.
Go.
He's down
go,
the sideline. He gets
That's
a cut
Evan.
inside, and that's Evan Weitzel across the 50-yard line. A nice little move there.
You know what I liked there was Devin could have grabbed it behind him. He let it go to Evan, and he was waving the guys, I'm going to block for you. That was a nice way to get ourselves right back into good field position. They've got a player down, so we're going to see what happens over there.
Well, that gives me a chance. We may just be getting some interference somewhere. Yeah, I think so.
That's what everybody was saying last week.
Yeah.
This whole thing's interference.
Well, we appreciate Mr. Romine coming up and trying to solve that issue. Folks, if we don't get it working, that's okay. We'll keep the one main camera going. Bonus coverage in the Westall Sports Network. We want to always say how grateful we are of Mr. Romine and the time he puts in. He could be other places, but he's dedicated to the students of Wes-Del and the Westall athletes, so he's bringing you that secondary camera, which right now is kind of working. There, it's trying. But he said he's only getting one bar over there, which means we're getting some interference. But you've got to understand everybody has a cell phone that's sitting in between us and him, which is understandable.
Everything you're saying means absolutely nothing to me. So
I know.
I'll be glad to help him if he needs to move that tripod. That'd be about all.
That's about all you get. Yeah. Well, here we go. And a great return by Weitzel puts us across into Eastern Hancock's territory. Now here's Will Kelly on the carry. Anytime, blow that whistle, boys.
Laying on top of the pile.
Yeah.
Good pickup, though, again.
A good carry.
Pickup of about 3. There's plenty of time left. I mean, it's 20 to 7. There's plenty of time. Don't have to get greedy. You don't have to think you got to get it all back here. 1 or 2 plays. Get a nice drive, put a nice string, a nice drive together, and you're only down 1 possession again. They just brought another back over here. We would have had this side would have been wide open.
Here comes Weitzel looking to pass, and that one is short. And it fell just short over there.
He said he felt like it should be good now there, says Mr. Romine.
Well, right now I got a good picture.
Good.
We'll just see if it holds up. Tell him that we're rolling with it. Fans, you get to hear all the inside scoop when we even have technical difficulties because this situation is a 3-man operation.
It's like Hard Knocks up here.
Yeah, and so you've got to hear us talk through it, and I think you're a good enough fan base you can handle that because
behind the scenes.
I'm running a soundboard, a computer, and a camera. There's Will Kelly with it.
I'm eating M&Ms.
Blow the whistle, fellas.
4th down here.
4th down. We didn't have.
We're going to go for it.
Oh yeah, we've got to where we're at. You know what I will say? This second half, that camera down there is not as dark as it was. I think he made a revision.
Lights on again. I think that light bulb came back on.
Oh, up there, yeah. It's ridiculous.
Here we go. 4th down, 4th and 6.
Backfield is Will Kelly with Evan Weitzel, the quarterback. Snaps away. Weitzel looking, going deep. Ball is up in the air. We got to see if Buckner goes up for it, and there was a lot of contact.
Is there a flag or something fell?
There is nothing.
Is that a flag? No, or am I seeing? I thought.
Oh, I saw football. Are they calling
There's
it?
a flag by his feet.
Is there a flag?
By that. Right there, he's picking it up.
My George, he did. Let's see what they call here. They'll probably call it on us. They'll probably call it on Buckner.
We'll see.
Offensive pass interference. Pass interference.
Nope.
On the defense. We'll take it. You know, sometimes that's a strategy. We talked about it last week. Throw it up there.
Yes.
Make something happen.
Get any kind of contact and sell it. It's like that guy falling down, shooting a 3-pointer, and then falls down.
Well, the same strategy in the first half with the hit on the quarterback. Whether he was hit hard by Lehman or not, he's got to sell it to get that ball up there. Smart play.
Sometimes it'll work for you.
So it worked for us there, and here we go, folks. We are on the 24, 1st and 10. We're just trying to answer here. Weitzel's got it.
Let's
Shakes
keep
off
it.
a couple. He's got room. He's got some blockers. He's
Nice
up
run.
about 8 or 9 yards and almost to a first down.
Weitzel on the quarterback keeper.
Well, we like that run so much we ran out of things to talk
Well,
about.
no, I was just thinking ahead about how I thought we were going to go to the opposite side right there, and then Evan kept it. But I was thinking, that keeps the ball with that design. I think that was almost a design run, and that keeps the ball in Evan's hands to make a play and allows us to pick up some big yardage without having to play real dangerous right here.
Will Kelly
Oh,
has
no,
it.
he
He
dropped it.
almost fumbled it. I think he recovered.
Yeah, he dropped it, but able to get back on top of it.
So now we're third
third.
and 3 probably.
Yeah.
Maybe more than that, 3rd and 4.
Again, this is 2-down territory, so you don't have to get it all back right here. See something going, either a real short, one of those little short touch passes. I would like to go out here to the right side. I think that's open. I think if we could get Buckner on a little hitch and go, he'd be wide open here.
There we go. It is Weitzel back with it. He's looking for Buckner. He's got him. Buckner is brought down. I don't know what kind of gain there was.
Yep, first down.
They've got a first down out of it. Hey, Coach, that was kind of your call right there.
Yeah, well, he did the hitch, and I would like to see him just – that may open that up for later in the game, but there's nobody behind Buck. If you can get him past that defender and throw it up like we did last time, I think he'll go up and get it.
So 1st and 10 on the 11-yard line. So the Warriors trying to answer here. Down 13.
Watch for Trey Adams right here, crossing pattern.
And that's giving up the middle, and that was quarterback or Will Kelly. Let's see who we had there with the ball. Weitzel on the keeper.
Yeah, it was Evan.
Picks up about 3.
Yep.
Caden Nation on the tackle for the Eastern Hancock fans. See what, sitting at the 9-yard line now. See what Coach Cole's.
Could actually pick up a first down here without getting a touchdown.
Yeah.
We get that close, let's just go ahead and run it in. But
You
we
got
could.
that.
But we could.
You should have been out there to help them on that math earlier. In motion now is Nauman, and it's handed off to Nauman, trying to get around the end.
Oh,
They've got a flag. I don't know who that's going to be
That's
on.
going to be on us. That's going to be either a
Block.
Yeah, it's either going to be a hold or a crackback block.
Pursuit on the play by number 21, Ashton Smith. Penalty flags on the field.
Looks like they're going to call holding.
Holding the call against Westall.
That one, unfortunately, was right out there in the middle in front of everybody.
Well, here's what I'll say: we didn't have anything really going on that one.
No, we didn't. We tried to do something we hadn't done there. We don't want to go this way, fellas. We want to keep going forward.
10-yard penalty puts the ball on the 21-yard line for Eastern Hancock.
So it's going to be second down and about 18, maybe more. Starting to rain again.
Well, that's all right.
Ball's away. Here's Weitzel with it. Weitzel
Going
looks
back
to
the
pass
other way.
back the other way.
Oh,
and it was
boy.
open and just dropped outside
I
of
think
AJ.
thought he could have caught that. If AJ runs backwards and makes that guy run through him, he never turned his head.
Yeah.
54 never knew where the ball was. If AJ could have just stopped his momentum, but he's hoping that ball gets over the defender. If he could have taken one step backwards, he would have got that passing interference. He was trying to make a play and make the catch there, which is what he should be doing. Well, here's a big play. Again, we're going to go for it. So let's get inside the sticks again so that we're leaving ourselves less than 10 yards to go.
Weitzel trying to get inside, trying to tuck it in.
Throw
He's
it.
got nowhere to go. He's got to get rid of it.
Oh, nice block.
And they're going to call that. There's no way. There's no way they're going to call that.
No.
But they're going to. It's a terrible call.
Coach Cole ripped the headset off on that one. He usually keeps himself under control. Personal foul. That's not.
What's the personal foul on?
They're going to say that going against, you didn't give him a chance or a step to take a step to the play. That is a very tight interpretation of that rule.
Yes, and a terrible call. Go ahead.
He threw it
go
right
ahead
at their
and,
feet.
Go ahead and take the audio you're hearing and send it to the IHSAA. That was a terrible call.
These guys have been pretty good tonight, but that wasn't a very good call. That's just
no. That's just somebody trying to make a big deal out of it.
No, it's a change of direction. He's going the other way, and he's standing. I mean, it just doesn't. That's a football play.
Right.
That's not a dirty play. It's not a personal foul dirty play. That's a football play.
In his mind, he thinks he got it right.
Well.
Yeah, but what he doesn't realize is these are 15 to 18-year-old kids who can't stop on a dime. They're not professional athletes. They can't interpret that call that way.
I could see Coach Cole asking about that,
I think he called it. It is what it is. Now they've got, is it us or, yeah, we're back at the
trying to get an explanation.
Third and 40.
That isn't going to make sense.
No. 3rd and 43. Weitzel's got to get rid of it. And he is wrapped up and tackled and sacked. At this point, I think we come out and we'll probably kick.
Yeah, we're going to punt it away now.
Evan Weitzel, tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Number 51, Evan Arthur.
We got a couple people in there watching. And
okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Myra Williams is in there. It's good to see Myra.
Good.
Good to see you in there.
Enjoying retirement, I hope.
Absolutely. She has to be. Who wouldn't be?
Can I? I don't think I have enough years in yet. Here's a nice
kick.
Nice kick.
A nice punt.
I got a fair catch. That was so good. Nice distance. Nice height. Call for a fair catch.
Who was that on the punt? Was it Buckner?
Buckner.
Cameron Buckner. Excellent kick there. So, Myra Williams in there. It's great to see you. Former Warrior educator. Now she gets to enjoy retirement.
Well, we need to stop here. We need to come out, get a hold, and get the ball back. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go in this third quarter. 20-7. And we can do ourselves a real favor by getting the hold and stopping.
That one off the Rainbolt. There's several Warriors in on that tackle.
Rainbolt's going to sleep well tonight. He's doing a lot of running and a lot of good things for Eastern Hancock.
He picked up about 3 or 4 there on the carrier. Coach Richards calling in the plays there to the defense. Yeah, Rainbolt has had a nice game.
He really has.
Eastern Hancock altogether, really good team.
He's a senior, luckily.
Yeah, they've got a lot of seniors.
Yeah.
Here he is again, I think, and he's finally taken down there, all close to the first down. Tackle inside by Eric Lehman, I believe. Trey Adams is the official call from the PA announcer, Charlie Sims. So Trey Adams in there on that tackle. So here goes the Warriors trying to. Yeah, they went quick to get that first down.
Yeah.
It almost looked like the ball's loose. Everybody's all over the place following around.
That was a quick snap trying to get us before we were set. He's getting it up a little slower at this point in the game.
Yeah, about 1:30 left in the third quarter. Again, 20-7. Eastern Hancock leads.
Unsung heroes, the managers of the team, Olivia Davis, Kayla Bookout, Savannah McComb, Nevaeh Foreman, make a big difference when, something needs to be done. Those girls are getting it done for us.
They work hard all week long. I'm out here all the time seeing them running around, filling up water, getting the laundry done. There's Rainbolt again.
Direction.
He's tackled. That was Grayson Mealy who made the initial hit.
He's had a nice game. Nice. Said Grayson's name several times on tackles.
Yeah, he was also helped out there by Jalen Godby.
Get some of these young guys that haven't played, and even guys like Evan Weitzel and Alex Light, and some of those guys haven't played for a while. You get a game under your belt, the speed of the game.
It changes.
Yeah, you start figuring out a little bit.
Well, I can tell you what he told me after the first game.
Yeah, he was sore, wasn't
he? He said it sure as heck wasn't 8th grade. And I said, no, it's not 8th grade anymore, bud.
It's when you're jumping levels.
Yeah.
At any sport, that's a tough thing to do.
Yeah. Here's another carry to the outside and around the corner, and he's got room, but knocked out of bounds there by A.J. Nauman.
A.J. saved that one because that was
our camera
was one tackle away from.
Yeah, A.J. the senior was there, senior on senior to make sure.
One tackle away from that one going all the way to the house.
Well, once he gets around the corner and he gets some open field, you can tell he can turn on the jets.
We'll take that spot because that wasn't a very good spot.
No, that's a terrible spot.
I think he was about 5 yards past.
If you're watching from Eastern Hancock, that was an awful spot.
He was 5 or 6 or 7 yards.
They just cheated Rainbolt out of like 5 yards. Wow. That's
one should be the last play of the
Here
quarter.
he is. This is Arnold, I believe. Arnold gets to the outside. A lot of room, a lot of speed, and he could go. And he's finally knocked out of bounds by.
They're calling him out of bounds. It was signal touchdown, but
that is not a good spot either.
That's not his call on the touchdown. He's got to go with the. He can be overruled by the side judge, and he is there.
Well, he was overruled, but I'm not so sure that was another terrible spot. I'm sorry, guys. I hate to be this way on him, but man, that kid.
Well. Let me say this in the.
Go ahead. They need it. They need it with me right now.
Well, he's not keeping up with that kid as he's running down.
No, that's true.
And neither would you or I.
No, that's true. Yeah, we'll give him a break there.
Oh, misdirection.
And that is Arnold, I believe.
No, that's Rainbolt.
Is that Rainbolt again? That is Rainbolt. Touchdown, Eastern Hancock. It's now 26-7 here, and there's 3 seconds left in the third quarter. I'd really like to see us come back here in the fourth quarter and really just get a drive together and score again. And
we were moving the ball so well there at the end. And then we were kind of our own worst enemy with some bad – we took a couple bad penalties that pushed us back, and then a sack and then a couple other things. So they're going to try to kick it again.
Hey, the Star Financial banker, Trent Dowling, says that if you had to really pick – You should probably pick Brandy as your favorite.
Oh, well.
No good.
Yes.
I mean, your wife is named Brandy, so a Yacht Rock song you should go with.
She's not listening, so she knows. No. She knows where Christopher Cross stands, but I'll pick Brandy. Looking Glass by Looking Glass.
Is that who sings that?
Yeah.
Well,
her one hit.
I think you and 2 other people knew that.
Oh no, there's a lot of yacht rockers / 70s people that knew that one.
70s, did it have the most?
Yes. What you're going to say?
Did it have the most diverse genres of music during that time period?
Yeah, you've got classic rock. You've got what they would call yacht rock, which is kind of soft rock.
But back then it wasn't yacht rock.
No,
was
it was just pop.
Just
pop.
soft.
This is pop.
Just soft
pop
rock.
Yeah. Then we had.
Ooh, last call for hot chocolate. Did you hear that?
That stopped right mid-sentence. I heard that.
I noticed that.
There's a lot of music. Disco was the other one I was trying to think of in the 70s.
The disco duck.
Yeah, Rick D's.
Oh, here we go again. We're getting off on topic, but
it's Trent's fault.
Yeah, classic rock, disco, singer-songwriters.
Yeah,
folk?
you had some folk rock there. Yeah.
Was the 70s the birth of hip-hop at any point?
Well, you got the
Sugar Hill
Let's see
Gang?
what happens here. Yeah, that was 79.
All right, we'll pick that one up.
Who gets on top of that one?
Well, it was number 9, Alex Light.
It was Alex. Stay on top of it. Those can be tricky sometimes.
So the birth of hip-hop?
Yeah, you got the hip-hop, the hippie. Yeah, Sugar Hill Gang.
Sugar Hill Gang.
You got Furious 5. You got, if you want.
Well,
if we get some time, I went to it. You name a rap group in the 80s, and I saw them in concert. So
yeah. Well, that's easy. Run DMC, yes.
No, yeah. I mean, you'll be hard pressed to name one that I didn't see.
LL Cool J.
LL Cool J. I saw him as a headliner. I saw the Fat Boys. I saw them all. I mean, all the big ones. DJ Jazzy Jeff.
And the Fresh Prince.
Yes.
That one's handed off. That's Will Kelly, I believe. He's behind a.
It should take us to the end of the quarter.
Yeah, it does. And the crowd is saying thank you because they didn't want to know anymore.
Or do they?
Or do they? Hey, we're going to take a quick audio break. It is the end of the third quarter here at Paul L. Parker Field. Warriors trail Eastern Hancock 26-7. We'll be right back here on the Westall Sports Network. All right, we're back. We've got a few M&M break, and then
I went with peanut.
You went peanut, and you got me plain. And we've got the ball here. And that's Westall back with it. He's going to throw.
Oh, he's got him. If he can get there, Alex.
Oh, almost caught that one.
He was right there.
He was right there. Excellent play.
Nice pass, nice play. Alex right there. Again, no one else was going to get that besides Alex.
So, let's say you need to go get a new car.
Okay.
Where are you going to go?
Wow, I'm probably going
Sunset
Motors.
Motors?
I'm going to go to Sunset Motors. But what if I need a loan for that new car?
Well, I'd probably head to Trent Dowling at Star Financial Bank. But the next question would be, once you get the loan, once you get the car, you got to get some insurance.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I'd go to Martin Insurance.
Martin Insurance and get that insurance on that car.
And then after I did that, I'd probably want to buy a house. And if I was going to look to buy a house,
I've already got a loan.
You've got the loan. I talked to Van Mater Reed Realty Team.
No, there's no doubt about that.
There's no doubt. And get the house, you got to celebrate. So when you celebrate, you're going to need you're going to barbecue at this time of year.
Yes, absolutely.
So you're going to head to Muncie Meats.
Muncie Meats, get some meat. Probably that. What if I had bed bugs?
Well, see, I was trying to figure out how we were going to work in American Pest. And
I can tell you a real good way. What if I have chipmunks at my house I can't get rid of?
Yeah, you did.
I did.
And I had groundhogs.
Yeah, and we got them both taken care of.
Got them both taken care of by Bob Todd. Now, the groundhogs, they don't typically
American
work with.
Pest.
Yeah, but American Pest will do it all. But I will tell you, they don't usually live trap groundhogs. But they do get rid of.
You don't want to know what happened to those chipmunks. I don't have any problems anymore.
No, you don't.
They take care of them. That's what I say. They take care of the problems.
Why isn't our penalty flag coming up? We're losing it here. Oh, it's the end of the third. Maybe it's got to be in the fourth, and then it will show up. There we go. My apologies, folks. I apologize for our terrible combination of putting all our sponsors together, but our sponsors appreciate it.
Yeah, we love our sponsors. We'll be happy to put you in a sentence if you want sponsors.
Yep. 4th and 9 here.
We're going to punt it away.
And that one is a good punt.
Line drive.
And he's got it. We got to make a tackle. We've got to make a tackle. Rainbolt is gone. And that's going to, you can bet we're going to watch that one on tape tomorrow because we had a couple of blown issues there.
Yeah, I'd like a little more height on that, give ourselves a chance, but I'll give Rainbow credit.
We've
talked about him tonight. He just he caught it and ran straight forward.
Yeah, he's fast.
And then he saw a seam, and there was nothing left but to go get the
there's
team for extra points.
Something we need to talk to the Warrior faithful about, and that is you've got to understand that of this team that you're watching, this young team, 5 guys on this team have varsity experience coming back. That includes some of your seniors. Your senior quarterback is playing football for the first time, really. I mean, he played a few years ago. They get one. They got one
there.
Played a few years ago, but
well, it wasn't quarterback.
It was not quarterback. And you've got Alex Light coming back, who really is just playing his first year. But what you've got to understand is out of that group, you've got 5 guys that have come back and they're playing their guts out and they're leading a good young squad. So when it gets to 33-7, the one thing you have to remember, and it's tough as a coach, is at one time it was 7-6.
Yeah,
and your defense was holding, everything was working. But again, we've got young guys who've played both sides of the ball. They're tired.
Keep fighting. That's what
you
you
just
want to
keep
see.
going.
That's
And
what I want to see as a coach. I want to see what I have. Keep fighting. Keep pushing. What do you have?
And it's all about how we're working in all aspects here. And I can say this as a superintendent, to change the culture. Not that it's been a terrible culture. That's not what we mean. Just change the culture to get to that winning tradition.
Well, I can say some things that probably would, that the people need to hear. Practices have to be important.
Yeah.
Practice time has to be important. What we don't need is when things get tough are excuse makers.
Right.
We need guys that'll step up and do it. And how are you going to get better at game planning and get better from your week to week if you're not going to put the time in and the effort in at practice? Those things have got to be important.
And this is returned.
Looks like that might be Alex.
And that is Alex with it. And the other thing that we have to have is a community that we have backing us in all of these things that we're trying to do. We've got a new coach trying to – you've been there.
Yep.
You have been, when you were the new coach, trying to install a completely new system.
Right.
And you're trying to get –
Well, I've tried
a whole new system is from culture all the way into the playbook, right?
Yeah, and I talked to Coach Cole about that a little bit. It doesn't happen overnight. We struggled with that early. We had to make some – you have to make some points. You have to get some leadership from some of those guys that help you make guys accountable. And it can't just come from your head coach. It can't just come from one person. So
right.
Let's watch this play and we continue talking about that.
Weitzel's got it now. He's got a pass.
He can run all day if he goes.
He's going to look to run, and he is going to look to run. He's down the sideline. He's going to step out right there about the 45-yard line. Good run. And a smart move there. So, seeing some of that. And one thing I'll tell you is, as you're watching, if you saw Eastern Hancock play at the Jamboree and play against some of the other teams, this is a solid team. And, And
that's no surprise coming in. We know it's a good. This is a tough stretch here.
But a great
surprise.
Some things to look at is just a great coaching game plan coming into this one.
I think we had the right game plan. It was pretty obvious there in the first half. Sometimes as the game goes on, you get tired, you wear down. That's where our depth will hurt us a little bit. And they've got a little more depth than we do, along with some more veterans.
There's Weitzel going up towards the top. He's going to run it again. Pick up a few more.
Pick up 3 or 4.
But you look at a few more of the games coming up, and you see, like I said, from week to week, just looking at our defense, I've seen a tremendous amount of growth from one week to the next in the way our guys are flying around, the way our guys are hitting. Our younger guys are starting to hit.
I've seen some nice things offensively. I've seen some good things both ways. It's just a process, and it's going to continue to be a process until you could feel like you've turned that corner a little bit.
Weitzel back to throw here. Puts a lot of heat on that one. That's going to bring up a third down, maybe a fourth down. I think it's third down.
Yep,
cheerleaders, let's get a screen.
Doing a nice job tonight.
Here for the cheerleaders.
Yeah.
They're down there.
Student section still hanging around.
They are. And that's the thing is, if we're going to do this and we're going to make this winning culture, winning tradition, we've got to do it in all aspects and have everybody on board on the bus to go.
Right.
So there is a flag. Not shocking.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think that affected the play, but yeah, he's going to call that.
Yep.
It's those holds that are right out in the middle. I feel like they have to call that. More people call them out on it, but whatever. I mean, I'm not saying it was a wrong call. It was
no.
I just don't know that it affected the play a whole lot.
Well, what I always hate is either way, either team, you got a guy running down the sideline wide open. They see a hold across the field that had, as you said, no bearing on the play.
Right.
And they throw the flag and negate this kid who's running down the sideline 50 yards away from that.
I mean, it's one thing if you're keeping somebody from getting hurt, then okay. Then
I get that.
By all means, call it.
But again, you call hold on every high school play. It's just how impactful is that hold into the plays. Sometimes I think you have to look at. There's Weitzel scrambling
plenty
again.
Of time. Good job by
he
the
does have time. He dumps it off.
Good job by the
and
offensive
that was
line
short of the first down.
Was that fourth?
Weitzel's pass is complete to number 30.
That was third down. He picked up quite a few on that one, so we'll see what we do here. At this point, I think Coach Cole's going to go for it. Unless is there a flag? Why are we going back?
I'm not sure. They call him out.
They call him out of bounds?
Incomplete?
Oh.
Huh.
Good.
I guess that's on the other side of the field.
Oh.
Huh.
Huh.
Back to those bed bugs.
Here's Weitzel
Right.
again. We're going to see if he can get it. He's got nobody.
There you go.
Oh, he's got somebody right there. It's Devin Groh.
Wow.
And he is knocked down.
Just couldn't get enough steam going.
Hey, good crowd from Eastern Hancock. Give them a shout out on. They traveled well tonight.
They did. Thank you. Appreciate that. The athletic department appreciates that too.
All right.
Band sounds good. Right. I see that one on there.
Yeah.
Correct.
The band does sound good. Oh, sorry. Were you looking in there?
That's all right. I mean,
Julia Davis. Go Warriors. Had someone asked in the hometown of Westall. Gaston. That is correct.
Gaston, Indiana. Yep. Don't drive too fast. Stop at the stoplight. Look around.
Take a chance to look around. So now it's back over to Eastern Hancock and off to Rainbolt. He goes back to work, finds a seam back up the middle before he's finally tackled.
Flag, but they didn't stop it, so it's probably going to be some kind of a offside on us. That's what I'm guessing. Could be wrong. Oh, we got a legal shift on them. We'll take that.
Legal shift. I got back when they had manual transmissions, I got a citation for illegal shift.
Illegal shift, yeah. Probably pulling out too fast. Squeal those tires.
I was squealing the tires in that four-cylinder Sunbird.
Yeah.
1990 Sunbird. She was a Buick Clark.
Well,
we'll
take it.
You got that car above 50, and it would shake.
Here we go again.
Should have went to Sunset.
You should have. That would never have happened.
No. Here is that Arnold Crossfield,
yes.
And that's going to be trouble.
Get there, Alex. Alex is pretty quick.
That's going to be trouble.
Boy, he's quick.
Yeah, and he dives in for a touchdown.
Calling it a touchdown. But I don't know if I'm more impressed by that run or that little official got down to the goal line.
Yeah, he did get down there.
He got down there. Good job. We've been on a little tough on him.
We have been tough on him. I want to give the little official, though, a little bit of credit.
He got down there.
I'll give him a little bit of credit. He was moving.
Well, they got their last extra point, so they're going to try it again.
They're going to try it again. Oh, we've got Mr. Romine working down there. We're going to stick with him on this camera angle, see what we get. And I think they got that one. That makes it 40-7 here in just about 8:44 left to go in the fourth quarter. Warriors trailing now. You know, it's kind of the same story as last week. We had a great first half. You go in trailing 12-7. Last week we went in trailing, I think, 18-14, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And then the second half, we just couldn't get it going offensively.
Yeah, a little bit of that has to do with depth,
Yeah.
to be honest with you. Because I don't know that our game plan changed all that much, but you got some guys playing a lot of minutes on different sides of the ball against a quality opponent, against really quality guys.
Well, you got a bunch of seniors out there against
Right.
a bunch of young players and a bunch of inexperienced players. So, junior varsity football team won this week, by the way. They
Yeah.
beat Shenandoah.
I heard they played really well.
They did.
Is that who they played, Shannon?
Played Shenandoah.
Oh, I thought they played.
Oh, did they?
Tri-Central.
Tri-Central. Sorry, yeah, Tri-Central. 28-14, I think, was the win. Sorry.
That's all right. Well, correct. I'll keep you.
You got me. You got to keep me on top of it.
Middle School. That will be on Thursday. Kickoff scheduled for 5:30.
Where are we at, did he say?
Follow and support your
Are we at Eastern Hancock? I'm guessing that's usually how it works.
Yeah, on
Guessing we'll go there.
Junior Senior High School next Friday to take on Tri. Game time 7.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's way back there.
Okay, Will's going to go ahead and
Will's gonna bring her out.
bring it
though.
out. Come on, run straight.
He needs some help. He's brought down right there.
Kelly takes the Eastern Hancock kickoff.
Got to keep her heads up, boys. Keep working.
13, Braden Sullivan.
If you go back and watch this, just let your superintendent tell you he's really proud of you. Proud of everything you're doing.
Yeah, I mean,
And we, like I said, you have always said this. It's going to take a group of guys, a group of athletes, group of girls, somebody that's going to, and we've got a great group right now to do it. That's going to just say, this is how we're going to do things. This is what Westall's going to be known for, and this is the culture we're going to have from here. And I think we're right at the cusp of that. You talked to two great wins at halftime. Got our great leaders. Last week we talked to another one in Zach Todd.
yeah, and we have some of those guys on the football team. We just have to
Well, let's
make
talk.
it. That has to be the norm.
Let's highlight something about that culture that happened this week, and that is the exemplary behavior report that was given to us for senior AJ Nauman.
Right, that's a great. That's obviously a great leadership. When you get a senior, it gets an exemplary report from the IHSA, which means the officials. If you don't know what that means, the officials have written in this case, it can be from anyone.
They've taken their time to go home, sit down, and write up a exemplary sportsmanship behavior report and submit it to the IHSA, and they did that specifically for AJ. We got a couple flags. They're going to call that holding, I guess. A pass over the top there.
Oh, boy. Somebody just took a big hit,
to Cam Buckner.
That Cam
took a heck of a hit, but he hopped right up. But we got a flag on the play,
back, though,
and it's going to be
took a big hit, and then that's even more frustrating that take a hit like that and then go backwards. Yeah, I was really proud to see that from AJ. I was not surprised.
Not surprised at all
because AJ's such a good kid, and anytime we get those, we need to celebrate those. But I agree with you. It's going to take a group of guys, a group of girls, and a group just totally buy in to the way we're going to do things and just not settle for anything less than that.
Yep.
It only takes one or two to change the whole culture. And we have that. I think sometimes the guys that we have, the girls that we have, are sometimes afraid to vocalize a little bit. We need them to be a little more vocal with it. Well, I was intercepted.
That one was picked off, and it's going to go back.
And sneaks in.
And be a touchdown there.
Just a little underthrown.
Yeah.
It was initially open, then just a little underthrown.
Yeah, it'll make it 46-7 as they get ready for the extra point.
I believe when they kick the ball off here, that will probably start the running clock, which is
the mercy rule.
No, yeah. We're missing someone. They're going to have to take a timeout on the extra point. They were missing a lineman.
Well, while they take a timeout, we'll take an audio timeout. We'll be back here for the extra point here shortly on the Westall Sports Network. Yeah, we're back here, ready for this extra point. 6:56 to go. Warriors have been pretty effective on the extra points, but they've hit the last couple here.
Got that one again.
And they got
done
that
a little
one.
better job.
Starting to fall right in. So
you know, here's the other thing: as I've gotten older as a coach, let me share this. And I am getting older.
Yeah.
It's not. There's no shame in saying that the other team was a good team and a quality opponent either. I mean, sometimes you just say, you know what, we lost and that team was better than we were. That doesn't take anything away from our kids, our fight, or what we're trying to do, or what we're trying to establish.
Nope.
They're a good team. We knew that coming into this game. I mean, that's a really good Eastern Hancock team that's going to win a lot of games this year. And there's no shame in that.
And when I coached the girls' basketball team a few years back, and, I'll be very transparent. We hadn't won a game in about 3 or 4 years. And you have to find small victories to get going. And sometimes that's even in defeat. And a lot of people are like, well, how can you find, a victory and a defeat? Well, there are little victories. And the first one is our first half and what was going on with our defense. And you go back and you watch that tape, which I know Coach Cole will, and he'll say, guys, look at what we're capable of.
Right.
Now, did we get beat by the second half there? Yeah, but it goes back to what you said. Okay, very proud of your effort, but we also don't have the numbers they have. We're not a 2A school. We don't have a lot of things that they have, but we won't make it. He'll be first to say, but we're not going to make excuses about it. We just continue to grind it out and continue to get better each year and each day in the weight room.
Well, that's the key. I was going to say, you got to get your young kids to keep buying into the weight room.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've seen a difference. What difference that makes.
Yes.
I feel like I can see a difference in 2 years. I feel like it's a huge difference from where we were weight room wise. And that's got to be a commitment.
Yeah, and we're very lucky to have what we have at the weight room. And there goes A.J. Nauman.
That misdirection.
A little misdirection, and he's up in there. So
we'll continue.
What I like to see, though, is you just look in at that camera angle, folks, as you're watching, is you see a senior leader right there, and then you see a guy coming over, another leader, Deshaun Davis, coming over and right there, picking him up. These guys don't give up. We've got a group right now of student athletes, and we've had a group of student athletes for the years I've been here. They don't give up. We don't mean anything by that type of culture. We don't have a give-up culture. We've always been fighters. What we're just saying is we're just trying to get that culture that turns the notch up just a little bit here.
There's a pitch play to Will Kelly. And some things have to become important too. Some of our guys, I don't ever doubt that we compete to win.
No,
I never have doubted that. And when I go watch our kids compete, they don't want to lose. They are out there giving everything they have. It's the other things that have to become important.
Right.
And the other things that we have to buy into, and that's going to take some people that continue to lead. Some of these guys, that are doing it need to be vocal about it, and they need to help hold each other accountable.
Right. There's a nice little pass out here. And that is a nice run and play by Trey Adams, I believe.
Pick up another 5 yards after that just because he didn't want to step out of bounds. He kept going.
And see, those there you got a sophomore who he's got a bright future. He's having a great career already. Again, not a lot of experience, but here in his first 2 games is
you can see he's got playmaking skills.
He's got the skills to do it.
He's got playmaking skills. You know, the other thing I always watch as a coach is watch our coaches coach, and I enjoy watching coaches coach, especially as I get older. And
we got a great group right now.
Yeah, they're going to continue coaching them up right now. They're going to coach to the end of the game. And there's a fumble. Picked back up, though. Well, picked it right back up.
Well, and the best part was that while he was moving forward, he was able to just kind of scoop it up and keep going and pick up a yard.
The ball rolled forward, and he just picked it up and kept going. Picked up 2 or 3 yards, 2 yards, looks like.
Well, the other thing about in all our sports, and one thing that you can't teach is the Wes-Del tradition that is just, once a warrior, always a warrior. You look at all the guys that are still around and involved in all sports. You have them that come back and work for you. The football team has them, and there's Westall with a nice move up the middle, showing his speed. We've got Jared Dowling down there on the sidelines, former player, back coaching. You've got Mason Whitted down there on the sidelines, back coaching. You've got Joel Dowling, Hollywood Harlan were here last week. I don't know if they are this week doing stats.
Yeah, I know Eric's here.
You've got, I think Joel had to start school, so he may not be. But you have, in basketball, look at all the guys that, a lot of people don't see that behind the scenes. How many guys that come back to your practice, come back around Christmas time?
Yeah,
want to be involved.
We have a great community. You've already mentioned that. That's the community-based part, and they want to see our kids succeed. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, and we'd be we wouldn't be doing our jobs if we weren't trying to raise the expectations and raise the accountability and do all that, because these kids, that's what they want. They want it. That ball thrown up there and just knocked down.
Weitzel's pass, ball's incomplete.
And, Coach Dowling, a coach himself, was in the chat, and he said, it's real simple with this group. They string a couple halves together. And they put 2 halves together like they did that first.
He's right.
And they're going to win a lot of games. So it's going to be fun. I haven't looked at the schedule. You're better at the schedule. Where we head next week? About 140 left here.
It's either at, I think we have 2 in a row. I know we have Shenandoah and Monroe Central coming up next.
I think it is Shenandoah and Monroe. And those aren't going to be easy ones. But we are going to go in there and compete just as we did tonight. Again, if you're tuning in late, at one point in the first half, deep into the first half, it was a 7-6 ball game. The Warriors were leading, and they went into halftime down 12-7. And the second half has just been not as favorable in our favor. And,
minute to go. It would be nice to see us punch one in here.
Yeah, I'd love to see us score here. Devin Groves back in there, and that's who they're going to give it to. Nope, pass fake, and it's going deep to the corner. And that one is just a little too much from Evan Weitzel's arm.
I want to say that was intended for Cameron Buckner.
Yeah. And it's it's a well-thrown ball if it goes past your 6'4" receiver.
Yeah.
And we're down to about 35 seconds. It's 4th and 6. I think we're going to go deep here. Just try to get on the board. And Weitzel has it. A little throw out. That might be a forward pass. No.
They're saying incomplete. I don't think that was a forward pass. But I don't think so. But that's all right.
I don't know what they're whistling the clock dead. Yeah. And at this point, that should do it. That is the ball game. They've whistled it. It looks like that's going to be the ball game.
Well, it looked like for some reason the official was.
Well, Kai Denny's walking out onto the field, so I assume.
Well, yeah, but the official just said timeout, Eastern Hancock. So for some reason, Eastern Hancock has called a timeout, and I don't know if that was unintentional by one of the kids, maybe just run up and calling a timeout there. I can't imagine Coach would just want to. I can't imagine they're going to do anything but take a knee right here.
That's what I would think.
Probably just one of the kids calling a timeout. Or maybe they no, I don't think they have to on the change of possession. Maybe they.
I don't know.
It looks like they're in victory formation.
Yeah, 12 seconds to go. We want to thank Andrew Romine taking the time to be our second cameraman, our third guy on the crew tonight, and hope he has a good weekend. We hope everyone has a good Labor Day weekend. We'll be with you for a few minutes in the post game here, and they do.
I guess they're going to. Oh, they wanted to get their JV.
They got that in, and that's going to run the clock out.
Run a play there.
And that's how this one will end. 47-7, Eastern Hancock with the win here at Paul L. Parker Field. We'll be back with you in just about 30 seconds to wrap up the game, and then we'll send you on your way to a Labor Day weekend. So we'll be right back here on the Westall Sports Network. All right, we're back here, and it is the post-game show here. It's going to be a short one tonight. Get the camera over there. Again, want to thank a couple people. Want to thank Andrew Romine for his camera work tonight on a night he didn't have to come down here. He did on his own time, and we thank him for that. Coach, how about you just give me maybe 1-2 really good pieces. We talked about a lot already through the fourth quarter. Tell me about one or two things that are really positives that you would take from this.
Well, the first half was a great positive. I thought we played right here with a really good team. Obviously, we can see with the points they put up that they're capable of scoring a lot of points. But right there at halftime, we were right in the game. And so, we want to look at go back and look at that film, what we did that was successful. I felt like another positive was our running game tonight. Ran the ball well. When we ran the ball right up the middle with Devin Groh and Will Kelly, I thought we did a really nice job. I felt like we continued to fight, we continued to battle, and we'll continue to do that. We talked about that. That's not going to be an issue. Our coaches will continue to coach, and our players will continue to play. Practice is very important right now. Mm-hmm. Kids have got to buy in. They've got to be focused at practice, and those practice times couldn't be any more important than they are right now. When you're in a program that's new and a coach staff is going to try to continue to add things and get better, then you've got to be there and be mentally there and practice and get those reps in and get better. Saw some nice things with that because I saw some touch passes. I saw some patterns we didn't see last week. We saw a running game we didn't necessarily see last week. So those are all great positives to lead us into next week. Let's continue to fight. Let's continue to get better. Let's continue to believe in what we're doing. And let's continue what will be a process of continuing to get better in Westall football.
Well, next week we travel to Tri, and I think that's a good matchup for us. It always has been. Tri's been a great host for us and a great addition to our schedule years ago, and we match up well. Both schools are very similar. You're going to see the similar size of kid. You're going to see the similar size and numbers of football players. And, again, we tried a couple years ago to get them to get into the MEC, but we obviously know they stuck it out with the TEC. That's where they've been founding members and all that. So I look forward to that one. We'll be on the road. We head there, and I think it'll be a good matchup. Obviously, that's probably, as we look on camera, that's probably where Coach Cole's going to go with this. I know tomorrow morning he has film with them, only film at 9 o'clock. They'll look through all this, and they'll say, okay, now how do we go beat Tri?
Yeah, of course. They're going to start preparing now. Let me just backtrack on one thing.
Okay.
Don't think that these Monday night games, these JV games, aren't really important.
Oh, no, they're really important.
These JV games as a program are really important. Sometimes we overlook those. Obviously we're not live streaming. But there are some guys that are getting some reps and learning coach system that are going to continue to be able to push this forward. That's why you and I were both mentioning how excited we were that they were able to get
they're 1-0 right now.
Get the JV win the other night, because those games are really important to building and establishing your program. And I know that'll be important, but then again, like you just said, then we'll move on and we'll prepare for Tri. We're prepared to go over there to a team that it seems like this games come down to last possession almost every time we play them. And we'll go over there and see, obviously you and I don't have the real big scouting report on Tri. I'll talk to Coach this week and see what he has to say. I don't know what Tri has or what their record is right now, but I do know, like you said, it's usually a good matchup. It's the same size school and usually something that seems to play well for us. So we'll go over there, be ready and be prepared. I know Coach will have them ready and prepared to play, and all those things with a JV game, another JV game under her belt, which allows him to see some other guys maybe that he can fit in here or there, that adds depth. What those JV games do is give you experience that it can add a little depth, even if it's a play or two for a guy here or there. And then we'll be prepared for next week, and then you just continue the process.
And as we got upcoming, the earliest thing coming at you is the Case Saunders Classic tomorrow. If you're in the area, you've got some time on your hands, come out and watch an excellent volleyball team this year. A lot of high expectations with this volleyball team. 5-1 right now. Only loss was to county rival Wapahani. And everyone, if you're around Delaware County volleyball, you know that when you're 5-1 and your only loss is to Wapahani, you've got something special going. And our volleyball team has that look this year that they're hungry. They want to see some postseason success. So get out here and catch them in action, especially hosting their own invitational with the Case Saunders tomorrow. Then we talk about on Tuesday, we have a JV football game, and then we have just a full slate next week of not only middle school but also high school sports. We want to talk about, cross country's involved right now, and girls golf is out there, and just keep up with everything involved with athletics by following athletic director at WD Athletics on Twitter. You can catch anything there. If you're not there, follow the Wes-Del Community Schools Facebook page. Just search out Wes-Del Community Schools, and you'll see updates there as well. Or just contact Mr. Denny to get a schedule. And we still believe we send out the event league schedules, and you can get the schedule online. But you can catch Wes-Del Warrior sports just about any night if you've got nothing to do. But that's what's coming up. And then next week, we're going to travel to Tri, and we'll be bringing you the action just about same time, 6:30. We'll go on, and we will have all the action from Tri High next Friday night right here on the Westall Sports Network. Signing off. Coach, you got anything?
No, I'm hoping for great weather again next week.
Yeah.
Nice football night tonight.
It was a beautiful night. So on behalf of Coach Mack, I am the Soup. Thank you for tuning in to the Westall Sports Network. You've been watching Wes-Del Warrior Varsity Football on the Westall Sports Network.